Look, I'm having to, because it's like, it's hooked to the other part of my computer. I'm like,
Hey, gotta do what
we're
you gotta do,
live.
man.
We're live, guys. We are back. I hope that you sticked around. I hope you pop back in here. A lot of y'all are probably going to be the heck with this. I'm never getting back on Irvin service. He screwed everything up. We can't hear him. But me and Tank can hear each other, even though y'all two could hear us. I mean, all y'all, or the seven of y'all that was in here at the time. Let's see if we get anybody in here. We got two people in here right now. Woo woo. One's probably my wife. Now we
And
got three
one
people.
and one is me. I know because I'm looking at it on my computer and on my phone. I use my computer for that way I can participate in the chat.
Do what? Brittany said 28 people got on the old live. They
No
need to get on
kidding.
this live. Yeah.
But they'll come back. They'll come back. They gotta understand, man. We're landscapers. We're not tech guys. We're not IT people.
We are not. And we're going to try to make this work tonight. And I hate it that a lot of people are probably jumping on that other one because I don't even know how to go over there and delete it off. Uh, maybe because I don't have a whole lot of good service down here at the basement, anyways.
Lee, I'm
So
gonna be
it
honest with you. I clicked on the same one and it took us to this. It took me to this one.
the same one did.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't change anything really up. So
yeah. From my computer, I clicked on the exact same one that I clicked on earlier, and it took me to this one, the one that we're in right now.
okay. Guys, if you're in here, you can hear both of us. You could hear us both a minute ago. I just couldn't hear Tank. Tank could hear me. So if you're in here, please let me know that you can hear us good. Everything is working fine. Don't touch anything, is what James said. Thank you, James. I am not touching anything else again. Here I was. Where did I put them? I was trying to make it where I didn't have to wear these goofy headphones and got these right here so I can stick on there so I can listen to everybody without having these on. And that's what happened.
Can anybody else hear the echo, or is it just Ray, or is it with everybody? And I'm asking because it's not echoing on my end.
He said echoing really bad, guys. Oh, me.
What's up, Ray? What's up, James? I like that black hat, by the way, Ray.
Brittany says she don't hear an echo, and she's up there in the up on the top of the house, so she ain't hearing the echo. We're pretty good, on our end. I use her for the whatever, but she couldn't help that part out, knowing that I can hear her and she can, or you can hear me and I couldn't hear you. She can't fix that.
Yeah.
Jeff says sounds all right to him.
What's up, Jeff? We're trying this again, brother.
Round two. Yeah. James said no echo here. Man, that's great. Oh, Ray said
James,
it's all good now.
sweet. James, are you new to the live? I don't remember seeing you in here. That's why I'm asking.
Oh no, James been in the live a lot, man.
Has it?
James, yeah,
Has it?
James.
Okay.
He's a good one. He's a good one.
Sweet.
Say all
Sweet.
good. All y'all are good. I'm not just making him out to be the best. The live guy.
Yeah.
But no, Tank. I thought we would talk about what's going on in the world. I mean, do you watch other YouTube channels throughout the week? Have you been hearing what all's been getting on and said about everything?
No, I haven't. I mean, I watch other YouTube channels, but I watch a plethora. I've got three YouTube accounts. So
Oh, really?
I've got one for strictly landscaping. That way I don't have a whole bunch of stuff pop up in my For You feed. And
Mm-hmm.
then I've got one for like guns and hunting and fishing, just outdoor stuff. And then I got one that's for like for ministry. As you know, I am a Christian and I do follow a lot of Christian podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
But no, I haven't heard what's going on. What's up? What's happening?
Did you see Lee's thumbnail? The grass was as tall as Roberto. Did you see the thumbnail?
I did, man. That's some super thick. What was that?
That's a cleanup. That's a cleanup we did last week. I mean,
Oh
it
my
was
god.
tall. And hey, if I told y'all that Q850R 28 horsepower Kawasaki engine just hammered through there like no other, everybody in this chat room would know I'd be lying like a dog. That baby
Yeah,
was struggling on something like that. That was pasture yards, man. That was big timing.
heard that. Uh, James says he's from Missouri. That's what I'm talking about.
Missouri
Uh,
James, man.
and Ray, I actually got this idea from Ray. You think I would have thought about it before? 5 years in, you think I would have thought about doing this? But I've got a Bahia yard up in Appling, and I hate Bahia for one because it's just nasty grass, man. It clumps up so bad, and I'm that guy, man. I can't leave clumps everywhere. But
Yeah, yeah.
I mow it. I've always mowed it at somewhere between 3 and 3.5, somewhere around in there. But I watched a video the other day with Ray and Justin, and he was talking about a yard. He mowed it on 4.75. I said, well, I'm gonna try it, and I wanted to try it on that yard because that's the worst yard I have. And dude, I mowed that thing on 4.75, and oh my god, it was so
Right.
beautiful when I got done.
Oh yeah.
That dude, that
4.75. Well, I bet it was
4.75.
green and plush and everything. And it didn't get down to that white where it started whitening or browning. And yeah, it's nice
You
right there.
know, I don't know about John Deere's and X Marks and Skags and all that, but the right standards they come with this. I guess you could call it a stripe kit, but it's got like a rubber flat that hangs down on the backside of the mower deck, and it kind of, and if you're somebody that likes to stripe, it helps you out with your stripes. It makes them more defined. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, that thing left some serious stripes.
Oh, I bet it was nice. I bet it was
It
nice
was,
because it would lay over and lay back, and then because it was so plush and tall. That's great.
yeah, man. As Mike Gibson would say, I'm a po living long guy out here striping grass in the South.
Oh, you see me sitting there rambling, looking. I was carrying on with your conversation and all that. And then my wife's like, "I'm sorry," and she walks down here and sticks her hand out, gives me my smoker. So when we were down here working on this, trying to get it all fixed up, she picked up my smoker and headed up to the top of the house. Stole it from me.
Yeah, my wife, me and her both, we both have a smoke, and
Yeah.
we've actually got the same flavor right now.
Yeah.
So
You're
it
screwed.
happens.
You're screwed. No matter what, she gets it. You don't.
No, no, she don't either, man. It stays in my pocket.
Oh me. Darwin, did I film that? A little bit. I done deleted it off. I didn't edit it. I didn't put it on the channel or nothing. I should have. My wife tells me all the time, why are you not filming stuff and putting it on your channel? But I did save the thumbnail picture or whatever to show y'all how thick it was. But let's just say the mower still was struggling. That grass was super, super thick. Any mower out in the market today, any mower would be struggling on that yard with that thick of grass. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're, in Ray's love tale of X-Mart or Tank's love tale of Right. John Deere couldn't handle it either. So there you go.
Yeah, be honest with you, man. My right standards they struggle with a lot because, and the reason being is because I didn't buy the 30 and 40 horse motors. I
Yeah.
bought the 23 horse engines. So
Yeah. And that's what we come to use. I told y'all my mower broke down, the spindle. It was my fault. I'm having to pay for it. Yeah, it cost me $445 today. And you're like, oh, Lee, but you're in warranty and you're all this. But when it's something that, it's not wear tear or something like that, the company's not going to cover it, guys. We hit something and bent the blade and it bent up in the shaft. And that's something we did. Something one of my guys did. I can't help it. So I had
abuse.
to go. Yeah. So I had to fix it. But they gave me the loaner mower. And my guys had it for 3 days, and Tank, they only put 3 hours on it because they didn't care about it. Because they're like, it's not your mower. I said, look, use this mower. The guy said, use it like we stole it. He said, Lee, it don't cut good. It's terrible. and it's just a John Deere 910 or 920 with a 23 or 22 horsepower engine on it. Ours has got 28 and a half horsepower, 28 horsepower engines on it. Of course, it cuts a lot better. It's a little faster. It blows the grass out further. And so, yeah, Roberto's like, that thing's crappy. I ain't getting on that thing, So,
Yeah.
so what I'm
See you,
trying to
Jeff.
say is, yeah, see you, Jeff, is I spoilt my guys with high dollar mowers, and now they don't want to run. Even though that thing had 1.4 hours on it when we got it. And the guy told me he had to put that GPS system on it and leave it running. That's why it had 1.4 hours on it. When I gave it back to him, it had 4.4 hours on it. He goes, man, did you even need it? I was like, yeah, we would have probably used it, but my guys didn't want to use it. They said it sucks.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They only used it in the fronts where they absolutely needed it. That's only where they used it.
You done spoiled Roberto and David, man.
Bad. They got their shirts in today. They were pretty excited. They got some new shirts, and they screwed up at the shirt place again. This is the second time, so they're having to remake me new shirts. And I said, "Well, do you want these back?" And they're like, "We can't do anything with them. They got your name on it." I was like, "All right, I'll take them." So they got new shirts, and they get a free new shirt because instead of the lime green color, they did it in white for some reason. I was like, I've been buying shirts from y'all for 5 or 6 years. They did the logo and everything in white, so it's gray and white. I hate to admit it, Tank, they look pretty good. They look really good, but it's not my color, so they got to refix them. But I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad because Roberto wears a large and David wears a medium. I'm kind of mad I don't have one that's just like it. That's an extra large. I'm kind of jealous now.
Hey, man, order them too.
They didn't mess mine up. It'd look bad if I say, you know what, let me go ahead and get 12 of them gray and white. And they'll be like, we're fixing yours at, I'm like, well, you messed them up. I didn't. You messed my order
That's funny.
up.
That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. So how's your week been so far, man? Monday and Tuesday.
It's been pretty good, man. Yesterday, they're getting the list done or whatever. I went out, looked at a couple yards, went to the bank. I ain't saying I worked hard, Tank. I'm not trying to tell y'all none of that, but I managed the guys, put them out there, got them in the best scenario to win. And yesterday they worked 10 hours. Today they worked 8.5. So,
have y'all had any rain this week?
no, we ain't had no rain this week. We had it Sunday. We had it Sunday night. We ain't had it Monday or Tuesday yet. No.
Well, dude, I'm gonna tell you, we got swamped yesterday, and it. Have you ever seen a cloud burst? Like you ever seen it on YouTube or the internet or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it looks like a balloon, like a water balloon popping, and yeah, of course, it wasn't that yesterday, but that's what
Yeah,
it felt like. I mean,
really.
I've never seen. I'm 42 years old, and I've never seen that much rain at that and that.
One spot at one time.
Yeah, one time like that. I've never seen that. And if any of you guys in the chat, if you're familiar with the Augusta, Georgia area, Washington Road is the busiest road in my area. And dude, we were all at a standstill. Like traffic just came to a complete stop. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. It was so bad. And it was awful. And then the thunder and lightning just got so bad. And I don't mow in thunder and lightning. I'll mow in the rain, but I don't mess around when it's thunder and lightning. I don't play that. But I just turned around and came home. I got 3 done yesterday, and then started thunder and lightning again today. Got 3 done today. 6 for the week so far. It's awful.
Wow, because of the rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray's gonna throw up numbers or whatever. Now we're on the live. I can throw up numbers. I don't really throw them on my channel much, but we did $2,250 Monday. Today and they only work 10 hours, but we did 2 big commercial sites and then a bunch of little ones with it. But good, route density for that day, and so that was a really good day. And then today they did 1,600 and 8.5 hours.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I've only done that kind of money in one day as far as maintenance one time, and I made
That was
1,700
because
one day.
that's because that week you had to throw them all. And you were
No,
really
this was like 3 years
oh
ago.
oh okay.
Yeah, but no, during doing landscaping, during the off season, you can make a ton of money in one day doing landscaping. So I don't even
I'm
count that.
Yeah, I'm with Ray. I'm considering thinking about doing the whole mulching, forest mulching type thing or whatever here in Alabama. I don't know. I'm trying to work up some stuff to see if I'm going to even try it or whatever. But it seems to be working out for him. But I am in another bid, and this is in Lebanon, Tennessee. If I win the bid, I got to drive up there. Me and Ricky. He's going to get a bigger mini skid steer, and I am too. And I'm in bid right now with one. I'm winning it, but it's got 2 days. Got 2.5 days left, but it's in Lebanon, Tennessee, and it's one big one with the diesel motor on it, kind of like Chad's or whatever. But and they got a drum mulcher that goes with it. I mean, that I can bid for too, and I'm winning that bid. It's like a 40-inch mulcher or whatever. It might be a 36. I can't remember, but it's a small mulcher. And what? Because I don't take on big projects. Y'all know that with my landscape.
Forestry mulching on a mini skid because you don't have that enclosed cab.
That's the only thing I worry about. But I've watched a couple people doing it, and you can change the direction. So if
I
I
didn't know
don't
that.
have, yeah, it'll go, and I think Rays will do that too. Either come inwards to you, or you can get it where it'll spin outwards. I'll just be, like Ray says, it slings it up under him, and then it slides up underneath him or whatever. With it going the other way, I don't know how good that's going to work. Far as once I got the pieces on the ground, like Ray was talking about, because then it would shoot it far out, and I'd have to try to keep up with it. So it's probably techniques that you have to use with it or whatever. But yeah, I'm definitely going to buy that big heavy duty face shield and the helmet that's got the earmuffs on it and all that.
Like what Chad wears.
Yeah. I would definitely probably get something like that if I'm gonna try the mulching on a mini skid steer. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
Speaking of Chad, man, that guy.
That guy.
That guy. I watched his video right after we got off the live the other night.
Oh yeah. See, we can bring up stuff that was said Sunday. Now you know the information on Tuesday. So how do you feel about that guy?
That guy. Well, for starters, he called Ray an old man. You can't be doing my guy like that, Chad.
Yeah.
If you see this, you can't be doing my guy Ray like that. Come on, Chad. And then he turned around and called me a fat ass. And then tried to say
on me.
I have no clue. What exactly was it that he said about you, Lee?
Okay, I can't remember. I just think he wasn't gonna do me that way, and he was gonna, he was going down the line, but I don't think he really came out and said anything bad about me because everybody loves me, Tank.
Yeah,
I'm a lovable guy, and so
see, Chad's upset. Chad is upset, and Chad, if you see this, I understand, dude. People. I tell you, like I tell my kids, Chad. People strive their entire lives to become what I already am. It takes a lot to be this good looking, Chad. You see, guys like you have to go to the gym, work out. I don't have to do that, man. I just carry this natural presence.
The women love the bod, the dad bod. We got that dad vibe going on, and it just works. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm so full of shit I can smell it.
But yeah, that guy, man, that guy.
Nah, I thought it was.
Wouldn't you sweating bullets Sunday that he thought you were going to be in that challenge though? You were kind of worried a little bit, like.
Yeah, well, I was dead serious, dude. You challenged me to 100 push-ups. You're about to get your feelings hurt because I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably do 5 sets of 20, but something like what Ben did, but doing 2 sets of 50, nah, Chad, I ain't 17 years. I ain't 17 no more, man. I can't do that.
And trimming bushes in the middle of it.
That's insane.
I
And he
Go
probably
ahead.
could have did 30 or 40 more in each set.
I know.
He wasn't even winded.
No.
It's insane.
No, but I don't even like trimming bushes this time of year. I hate it when it lands to where we have to trim bushes this time of year. It is so hot, man. Or cleaning
Yeah.
that bank up that we did. I was so mad at that guy that he wouldn't let me push it out to the fall. He's like, no, we need it cleaned up now. I was like, really? The summer's over with. Nobody's going to the lake as much. Maybe you should have thought about that in the spring and clean it up for the whole season. I got in there talking to the manager lady, and she's like, yeah, why don't he get you to come in there at the very beginning of the summer and clean it up then? That way it's pretty for everybody to see all summer long. They got a beach over there that people swim and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was ticked off, man. But we did it.
Yeah.
We got the job.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Jay said, Tank, tell them you worked hard at that body. Hey, you're exactly right, Jay. A lot of 12-ounce curls. And I've been on a seafood diet for about 24 years now. I mean, it's tough, dude. Rough on me. But
House, we back at it, and I got this cord hanging crazy on me or whatever, but we got it to work, man. And everybody said, do not touch a single thing again. Leave it as it is. So yeah.
Ray said it's a grind to be him, brother. He was talking about when I said people strive their whole lives to become what I already am. He said it's a grind to be me, brother. Hey, I get it, Ray. Ray's out there crushing it every day, dude. He don't let nothing stop him.
I've been watching Ray for years, man. He makes me look so bad around my wife or whatever, man. Every single day, getting it. And I'm like, and these older fellas that I have so much respect for. If you're older in this channel and you're still out there cutting grass or whatever, I got so much respect for you. But come on, guys. Make it easy on some of us young pups out here, man. My wife's like, you going to work till you 75. If they can do it, you can do it. And I'm like, come on, man.
My wife told me that. I'd look her dead in her eye and say, watch me. That ain't happening. But no, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, Lee. I've had kind of a rough week, man. Starting out, dude. I told you about the rain yesterday. Got 3 done yesterday. That's it.
Yeah.
Got 3 done today. That's it. I still have 2 left from last week that have to be done. Hadn't even started on this week's stuff yet. And then this morning before I left the house, man, had a customer, ex-customer, text me. She got her window broke, and I've talked about that in my YouTube videos. My oldest son, me and him walked around this backyard, and we thought we picked up all the dog toys, but a bunch of holes that the dog has done dug in the backyard, and there was a tennis ball down inside one of those holes, and that Bermuda grass, it had done grown up around it, and it was so thick you couldn't see down in there. Well, he got over the top of that hole with the mower, and those high-lift blades, it pulled that ball right up out of that hole, and it shot it out the left side of the mower deck, not the discharge side, and hit the lady's house and broke her window. Well, they haven't fixed it yet, so she texted me this morning and asked me when she can expect it to be fixed, and I told her that this was about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning, somewhere around in there, and I told her, I said, give me a couple hours. I said, they don't open till 8 o'clock. I said, I'll call them around 8:30 and I'll let you know when I find something out. And she said, okay, thank you. And keep in mind, I fired the woman because I'm just tired of picking up dog toys and trash and all kinds of other stuff. So I let her go and texted her and all that good stuff. And I was polite about it, as polite as you can be in a situation like that, I guess. And told her, but she said, well, when can I expect you to come back out and mow the yard? It's been over a month now. And I was like, what? So I told her, I said, we're not mowing your grass again. And she said, well, when were you going to tell me? And I said, I did tell you. And then she went on and on and on, just a whole bunch of different stuff. And she told me I was the worst business owner she's ever seen.
Oh,
all sorts of stuff. Called me a grass cutter, not even a business owner. Just this ain't a real business. You're a grass cutter,
oh, so in the heart. Ah.
dude. Dude, it happens about once every year. Somebody disrespects me like that about once a year, and I'm trying to get better about it. I'm trying to not wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm trying to get a little bit more mature and be a little more professional about things. But dude, when it comes to disrespect, I have an extremely hard time with that. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
But I just texted her back. I said, "Well, when I find something out, you'll know." And that was the last thing I said to her. I was thinking to myself, like, lady, I'd give anything to be a woman right now because I swear to God, I'd pop up at your house. Dude, I was livid.
My wife, when I tell her the tales of what I'm going throughout the day, she is the one that will hold me back from saying or doing anything that I will regret and the other people will regret. So hats off to her. I know she's up there listening, but dude, there's so many times I want to flip out on somebody. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we cut this lady's yard. She's moving back up here. We cut it, edged the driveway, pulled the weeds out. I discounted it because we're going to put her on the schedule for the next week. And she said her son cut it 3 or 4 days ago. Get it all to get her on schedule and everything. And then she said she wasn't paying me. She wasn't going to pay me. That it didn't need cut. That she told me it didn't need cut. My wife was on she was on speakerphone. My wife can hear her plain as day. And dude, I was so close to just going out there and drawing
A figure
man
eight.
figure, man figures in the middle of her yard.
If you ever do that to somebody, please take a picture of it and send it to me because I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm posting it on every social media outlet that I have because that would be great.
I felt like it so bad. I was gonna put one big giant one in the middle of her yard. And my wife's like, "You can't do that. You'll go to jail." I was like, "Will you come bail me out?" She goes, "Oh, over 50 something dollars, and it's gonna cost more than that to get you out of jail, go through court, and all that kind of stuff." I was like, "But it will feel so good."
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny, man, because I was talking to Buster this afternoon. I told you before, Buster's like my support group, man. He talks me off the ledge quite a bit, and I'll be ready to go scorched earth on somebody in a heartbeat. Buster's like,
Yeah.
"Tank dog, you can't do that, bro." And
No.
so he's I was talking to him, and I was like, man, when that happened, I said the first thing I thought of was, I wonder what would have come out of Ray's mouth if she would have said something like that to Ray.
Well, look, Ray made a comment. He said, "Well, stuff like that happens, Tank. I just tell them to get a quote, then I decide if I'm gonna pay." Oh heck no. She can't call she can't talk to me like that. I ain't paying for the window until she apologized. And that's probably how he sounded when he said it.
Y'all
Oh
need a
man.
class in the New York attitude to deal with these customers.
Yeah, Jay Myers, man, he would probably get on all over them too or whatever, man. I believe it. I believe it. But it's crazy that some of the stuff we have to deal with out here that people don't
It
realize,
is, man.
you
It
know,
is.
with customers and back and forth and back and forth. And I try to be so nice as I can. And then I finally have to just like, look at this, Brittany. Look what she's texting me. Blah, 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 blah. My wife's like, I don't know what to tell you, but you know, customers are right. I'm like, girl, if you don't get on out of here, whatever. I want to rant on something, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Just let me talk, man. You're supposed to be my pillow to cry in.
Yeah. I'm
Get
not
out
going
of
to do
here.
it to my buddies. I'm not going to call Tank and gripe about what this customer, how she's treating me or whatever. This old lady that got me hooked and just treat me so terrible, you know.
Yeah, because
I'm
we
not
gonna
going to
laugh
call
at you.
Ray. I'm not going to call Ray. Of course, your wife is who you can do that to, and it and you don't get made fun of or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Unless she comes on the live one night and she spills the beans all about Irvin Lawn Service, and y'all would probably get a kick out of that. But guess what? It probably ain't gonna happen.
I promise you, Becky. My wife. She's got some stories that she could tell too. I mean, she gets the blunt of it.
Yeah. Our
But I'm gonna
wives
tell you right
do.
now.
I mean, I'm sure Ray's wife does. I'm sure Chad's wife does. I'm sure everybody that has wives in here. I bet they
Oh
get the
yeah,
brunt of it, man. I mean, it's just somebody we can rent to, you know?
her dog toys are her responsibility to be picked up before you mow. So a broken window is her fault, but Tank, you paid for the repair. Yeah, it's like I told my son. I said, it's not your fault, dude. I said, for starters, we walked around the yard. We can't help if there was grass growing up over that dog ball and just couldn't see it. But
Yeah.
we walked around the yard. We did our part. We just happened to miss that one little spot. And also, it's like I told him, dude. I said you had the mower chute facing away from the house. I was like, you did everything right. I mean, and you got to understand too, man. You're gonna break stuff. If you're not out here breaking stuff every now and then, you just ain't working hard enough. And that's the truth.
We broke a
And
window this year at the apartment complex. Finally got it fixed. Took like 5 weeks, but the guy finally went over there and fixed it. And I paid him through Cash App, and all was done, all was good, and all that. But yeah, man, accidents are going to happen, man.
yeah,
Definitely.
that's why you have insurance.
I paid it out of pocket. Heck with that.
Oh yeah, I do. I do
My
too. I
insurance
mean,
would
it's
go up, skyrocket. Insurance is such a scam. We can talk about that if you want to, too.
I've never made an insurance claim, so I've got insurance, but I've never had to use it. It's gonna have to be over
Yeah.
$1,000 for me to make an insurance claim.
Yeah, if you can afford it, just pay it out of pocket, man. That way your rate don't go up, and it never goes back down. It always
Nope.
goes up, and it stays up for 5 or 10 years. It's the craziest thing ever, man.
Ray said he slung a golf ball through a roof. Dang.
Hey, the other day I was cutting my yard with that crappy mower that they let me borrow, which was brand spanking new. And my kids like to put golf balls out in the yard and everything too. And dude, I heard one go poof, and I looked, and my wife's brand new car. She don't even know this. She's listening to it now. It just flew right over the top of it. I was like, oh my goodness, I about TKO'd her new car.
Dude,
Oh man, that
you
would have
know,
been
I
bad.
I play golf, and I used to have this net in my backyard, and I've got anytime I go, I spend more time in the woods than I do on the fairway on a golf course. And anytime you go in the woods next to a fairway, you're gonna find a pocket full of golf balls. And
Hey, that helps you.
yeah, but what I do is I bring them home, and I got a 5 gallon bucket full of them, which the dogs, my kids' dogs, they probably got them strode all over the backyard. But I but anyway, I'll take that bucket, and I used to hit into a net that I had, and dude, I hit one through the net one day, and it went. I was using my driver, and I hit one through the net. It went over my privacy fence and across the street, and I was just watching it. It was like slow mo, and I was like, please, 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 and it just softly landed on these people's roof and just rolled off.
Oh, nice.
But I will
Nice.
tell you what I did do one time. There was a car. I had a couple of golf balls in the front yard, and I was outside just trying to practice some chipping. And I don't know if you know any of the golf slang or anything like that. I don't know if you play or not,
Yeah.
but
No, I don't play, but I watch a pretty good bit of it. That
but
Bryson Shambo, I like watching him.
yeah, I like the Shambo too. He's my favorite one. But
Yeah.
I was in the front yard beside my house chipping towards the road. Wasn't thinking, and I mean, because you're chipping, you ain't hitting the ball hard. It ain't going far, maybe 20 yards at the most.
Yeah.
And dude, I bladed one, and when I did, there happened to be a car coming down the road. That thing never touched the ground, just bat side the side door of that car. And that car, I don't know what happened, but he just kept on going. He didn't see it, didn't stop, didn't say nothing. He just kept going. So I grabbed my balls, walked out to the street, grabbed that ball, got my stuff, and went back in the house and acted like nothing happened. And that was the last time I did that.
Yeah. Ray said my wife used to listen to all my Bo stories. She's seen it all. I knew she was hearing all them stories late at night or whatever about how Bo was acting and everything. Our wives catch it, dude. They catch the worst end of it, you know.
They do. But at the
Uh,
same time, we catch it too. If you have a wife that has a job, like my wife's a
I
school
know.
teacher.
Yeah.
My wife's a school teacher, and she used to be a special ed teacher. And dude, boy,
Oh.
she'd come home every single day with some stories.
I bet. my wife hears my stories or whatever. She's a stay-at-home mom, does great with the kids and everything. And I think a lot of times she's happy that I come home with a conversation. Because if you're at home with kids all day, you get very bored.
Yeah.
You need that.
Oh yeah. But Ray's
That
talking
talking
about
and
when he
everything.
messes something up. He said when he messes something up, he always cuts for payment till it's fixed. And
Yeah,
that's actually a good strategy. It keeps you from
yeah.
coming out of pocket for stuff.
Out of
But
pocket. Yeah.
I'm actually doing that right now. Earlier this year, I took on a customer that yard was way overgrown. She had some saplings and all sorts of other stuff growing up behind her heating and air unit. And you're not if you. I don't recommend running a weed eater behind a central heating and air unit, man, because there's all kinds of wires and stuff back there you can cut. And so what if it's stuff like that, like thick stuff, I'll take my Milwaukee pruners and I just cut that stuff down and I'll spray everything. And well, it was so thick, I cut a ground wire. Didn't even
Yeah.
realize it. Cut a ground wire back there, and she texted me about 2 weeks later, and she was like, "Hey, I actually got you on camera." She said, "I hate to call you," and she said, "I am so sorry to bother you." She said, "I feel bad for even mentioning it, but you cut a ground wire on my AC unit." And I said, "Okay, no problem." And I told her, I said, "Give me about an hour and a half, and I'll call you back, and I'll let you know when somebody's coming out there to take a look at it to repair it." And she told me, she said, "Well, actually, I've already had it repaired." And she said, "I just wanted to call you and let you know." I said, "Oh, you had it repaired?" And she said, "Yeah." And she said it was $450. I said, "You paid $450 to get a wire repaired?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Man," I said, "they ripped you off." But I said that's a 10-minute repair. I said they ripped you off. And I said, "But anytime something gets torn up, call me first." And I said, "I've got insurance." I said, "If it's small enough, I'll pay for it out of pocket, but I don't mind fixing stuff that I tear up." And she was like, "Okay." And I told her, I said, "Well," I just told her, I said, "It's your choice." I said, "I'll either reimburse you for it or I just credit it back to you, whatever." And so I'm just crediting it back to her, working to pay it off. So works out just as good. Which you don't. I mean, I don't mind paying out of pocket for something that I tear up, but I would rather do that too. Just work it off.
Yeah. I would tell them, if it's something around the air conditioner and all that, uh, I know my wife's going to come on here too. She might say something. Even though these apartment complexes, I tell them let us spray them because if we hit a wire or something, it's not my fault. You got exposed wire. Even if I had a residential customer it happens to or whatever. If you got exposed wire, it's not in any kind of conduit or anything like that. I hit it and break it. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. You know, you shouldn't. You should have it fixed up or let us fix it up somehow where we can get it to where no weeds are growing around your air conditioner unit or whatever. But if we was to hit something like that or whatever, I mean, it's a two-way battle is what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You want to do the right thing. You messed it up and all that. But on some cases like that, and I'm with Ray, man, I spray around all air conditioner units or whatever. We don't try to really weed eat around them or whatever. And
Yeah, I don't.
there is some that we have to and everything. But I'm telling you, if we was to hit it or whatever, I mean, I can't help it unless it's in conduit and we break the conduit and it goes through the wire. Yeah, I'll replace it because we definitely shouldn't have been in there doing that.
Yeah, I don't. I don't weed eat around AC units either. I spray
Yeah,
everything. Because
yeah,
the truth is, you've got some wires that are beside the unit too. It's not just on some units. It's not. They're not always behind the unit. Some of them come out beside them. So I
yeah.
just try to stay away from it. I try to spray about a foot on each side of it and all the way around the back of it. I don't spray nothing in front of it, but
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Doghouse. I was in that same situation about last year. Almost had to pay for a lady's gate that broke while I was using it last week. Luckily, the fence guy explained it was rotten and it wasn't my fault. I had to do that one time too, or whatever. And the lady's gate was always giving us trouble, or whatever. And she came out there and she said, "Well, he wasn't doing that," and until y'all started mowing. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Until we started mowing. We've been mowing you for like 11 years. you know. And we got to looking at it, and it was all rusted at the corner size or whatever. So I actually made money. I actually went, bought some fencing stuff, and refixed her gate and everything for her. You know, I was like, "Look, we didn't do it. Look at all the rust down here. I mean, it's sagging. It's wore out. Now I can fix it for you." And she said, what was that going to cost me?" And I gave her a number. She was happy with it. That was the end of it. You know, but there's crazy things that you deal with customers out here, and I'm sure a lot of y'all that's been doing it a while, y'all get the gist of it, of the crazy stuff that comes in. What's up, Mayberry?
What's up, Mayberry? Yeah, it's you get blamed for a lot of different things, man. A lot of different things. And a good piece of advice. I actually got this from Johnny down at Blades of Grass Lawn Care down in Savannah, Georgia. Uh, Anytime you go do a quote on a property, take your phone with you and take pictures of anything you see.
Mm-hmm.
Any types of damages, whether it's chip siding, any kind of broken pent slats, whatever it may be, man. Take pictures of it because it's always going to have that timestamp on it, and you can show that customer like, "Hey, sorry, babe, wasn't me."
Yeah,
And
no, I get it.
but at the same time, you either need to be prepared to fix stuff or have insurance, one of the two, because you're going to tear stuff up. There's no way around it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Ray said he's had to fix a couple gates himself, you know, and Ray's one that he'll take a gate down, put his big equipment in there, and put the gate back up. I've had customers that, they had a hard time trying to find a lawn care guy or whatever, and I said, "Look, we can cut this section out, put a big double gate in, and I'll charge you to do it, and then that way I can come in and start mowing your property." And I've had a couple of them we've done that to, just because they can't find nobody with a smaller mower that's going to take care of their property. So we make it work for them. That way we can land the customer. Because I mean, I'll tell them flat out, I can't get them back in the gate. I don't have a push mower. My lowest mower is a 54 inch, and they're like, "Dang, we've heard so good things about you, whatever. Uh, do I need to get a fence guy in here to fix it or whatever?" I said, "No, I can do it. We can put you a gate in and everything. You can buy them gates at like a fencing company or whatever. They're all pre-made. They're all the universal size." And I was like, "Yeah, well, all we'll do is we'll just put you a pole in and put your pole in, tie it down, and then mount you a gate on there. They got all the little connections that connect to it, and drive a little pipe in the center where you can put the little locking lever in and everything. And yeah, I've landed jobs because of that. They're like, "Well, we're going to get a gate. We get a gate, you get it fixed for us, but we want you." And I'm like, "Okay." So
Yeah, just charge them 1.5 times the materials.
yeah, yeah, that's what I do. Whatever materials cost, I'm charging 1.5 times for the labor. I mean, you can put one together, man, in an hour or two, and make pretty decent money. And you landed that job where you ain't got to buy them. You still ain't got to get a push mower or nothing.
Are you talking about the pre-made gates, or are you talking about putting together a universal gate kit?
Now you can I have done that too, Tank, but I have went to an actual fence company and bought one. But yeah, putting the universal gate kits together that you can get at Home Depot or whatever, that takes a little bit longer to put together and everything. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah,
I have done it though.
yeah. I
But you
don't
can go
like
to a
the.
gate company and they already got them prefab, pre-made.
Yeah, I'm not a fence guy. I mean, I'll do it. I don't mind doing. There's a lot of things I'll do, but there's some things I just don't like to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, you got any fat you're trimming this year?
Any what?
Any in your business, you trimming any fat this year at the end of the season?
Any fat? Am I going to let any properties go? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, probably not. For the ones that we have, everything's been pretty good. I picked up several this year, and I'm sure some of them will probably knock off and won't re add on next year or something. I don't know. We've kept all our customers pretty happy though and everything, but seems like they always there's a slight few every year I pick up new or lose because they're trying to find a cheaper price for the next season.
Yeah, that's always gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
now I
I've
think I'm
got
gonna keep
nine of 'em.
everybody on. I'd like to gain a couple more. That way I can maybe next year go to that second crew. I am still wanting to try to push for that second crew. But Gotta find employees. Like I said, I hired one and he only lasted 3 hours. So gotta find
That's
guys that want to
crazy.
work.
That's
3 hours.
nuts. Good luck, man. It's 2026.
I know. My wife said Roberto walks around the apartment complexes first now, ever since that last window broke. And he has saved us a couple weeks ago. And what she's meaning by is he took a picture of another window that was broke in the back. That was not us that did it. I called the regional manager that me and him don't like each other too much on or whatever. But I was like, hey, there's another window broke. And he goes, I know about it. It got broke when they were putting it together. I said, well, my guy's walking around looking now. And he goes, I saw him out here. He's taking pictures. He's looking around and everything. I was like, you daggone right. We don't want to get
Oh,
claimed for something else that we probably didn't even do the first time.
yeah. But no, I've got a few I'm gonna let go this year. I've got one. She's
Oh,
just a
really?
problem customer. Yeah, she's just getting on my nerves, man. And I'm trying to eliminate some stress. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
also got a lot of heels, a lot of clients with heels, and some of them are just so steep, man. You really ain't got no business with a zero turn or a stand on mower on there. And
Yeah.
now with a walk behind mower, you probably wouldn't have a problem. But truthfully, I think some of them walk behind mowers would probably struggle with them too. But I was mowing one this morning, man, and there's a creek bottom at the bottom of it, and luckily I didn't go in the creek, but it happened to me 3 different times. I slid all the way down the hill because everything was just so wet, and slid sideways all the way down the hill, wound up in the woods, and had to go get another mower to pull it out of the woods. I was like, man, I can't be doing this next year. So I've got a few of them I'm gonna let go just because of that, man. The yards just ain't profitable. You know what I mean? Because you're having to spend too much time on them.
Yeah.
And
I had to let Ricky know I was on live. He keeps busting me. He keeps blowing me up on text. I'm like, I'll talk to you after the live, dog.
that's
My
funny.
old mechanic. Yeah. We're into this little auctioneer type situation back and forth, man. We are, we're kind of getting the same machine too. So I told him, I said, look, do not bid on this lot number here. You can bid on the other lot numbers. Don't bid on this one because I don't want us to get in there and me and him are outbidding each other, and then we just lost a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Dalton saying they replaced 2 slats on that lady's gate for $180. It said it was a 5 minute job. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Hey, Ronnie, I can't tell you that, dog. You might go in there and sweep up and take my bid out, Ronnie. I'm just gonna have to come up there and eat lunch with you when we come up there. Hey, if we win the bid, it'll be Monday or Tuesday next week. We drive up there, so we'll
Yeah.
meet up or
What
something.
what are you talking about, Mayberry? You did what last year? Said get the heels mastered and let it go.
Oh, get the heels mastered and let it go. Oh, probably was saying you did all the work this year and you finally got the heels where you needed to be on mowing, and now you're gonna let the yard go. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, well, it's not that it's I mean, I've got them. It's not that I got them mastered. It's just that it's a situation where you yeah, property's too hilly, yes. But what it is, I'm having to move too slow on them because the hills they're so steep. You can't point the nose of your mower straight down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So you're either going to have to go side to side, and the hills they're literally like this. I mean, they're not they're very steep hills, and I mean it's terrifying. I've had employees like, no, I'm not mowing that. You're on your own on that one, dog. And so I mean it's terrifying to do it, man.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. I get that with the heels and everything, but Ray just put in here, and I just calculated or whatever. Ray said that 12-month homeowner deal, I quoted 400 a month, and Dew only wanted to pay 220. Ray, tell him to go on somewhere. That's too big of a yard, and I just calculated what you'd be making on that. That is terrible for a year-round property. super terrible. But because, if you want to keep up with them leaves or whatever, I do mine weekly, but you might not have to go but every 2 weeks. But I mean, still, that's only $110 a time to do the yard. Not counting you're going to be doing all the bushes and all that kind of stuff extra in the summer while you're cutting. You're going to be going and doing the bush trimmings and all that, because if you calculated it 4 cuts a year, however you calculated it. But yeah, man, I don't agree with that one, man. I don't like them numbers either, man. I think you did the right thing, man. I think $400 would have been pretty fair. Uh, yeah, 400 non-negotiable. You're exactly right, Ray. That's probably where I would have stood too. If you felt like that was your numbers, and you said it wouldn't far up the road from your house. But yeah, I definitely. When we're talking about year-round accounts and all that kind of stuff or whatever, you want it to make sense. And you could tell him what you're trying to do is, because like some of mine that are fixed income people, but if I can work their number in and divide it by 12, sometimes that helps, because I mean that's what they have to spend. They got
every
a
month.
budget. They got a budget, their money and stuff in. So
Yeah, I do that sometimes too, and that works out for both parties because you're making the same amount of money at the end of the day. So
mhm, mhm.
if you're
It's
gonna do
kind of
that,
like
though, you
Ray
got to
said,
manage
they're
your money.
holding your money. Yeah, right. Ray's like, because Ray said it before too, and he knows I get on him a little bit too. But man, they're holding my money. They're I don't need somebody to hold my money. And that's kind of where it gets with the whole year-round contracts and all that. Um, to me, I like it because I can schedule out my bills here at the house and everything. I know pretty much about what I got coming in every month, which will help me schedule my bills because it's kind of like you, Tank, like you said, you only cut 6 yards this week. You know, you're gonna have to get after it, man, and get caught back up. With having year-round contracts or whatever. If it rains for 30 straight days, I still get that check no matter what
Yeah,
because I'm in a contract for it. I mean, if it
yeah,
snows, if the grass don't grow for 4 months out of the year, I still collect that check every month, same day every month. So that's you know you can look at it either way.
you have to include it in, or at least I always do. Doghouse. I try to
Yeah,
I try to account for leaves. I mean, of course, you're gonna work harder on leaves, but it's really kind of a guessing game. You look at how many trees there is, and you look at the canopy in the trees.
yeah.
And kind of go off of that, but like, man, that's gonna be a nightmare cleaning all them leaves up. But
What I what I try to do is, we'll start leaves probably in October. Yeah, probably towards the end of October, and it'll run all the way into at my area. Everybody else's area is different, but I've lived here for so many years. I know when our leaves in. Our leaves are over with about 2 weeks before Christmas. So 2 weeks before Christmas, I'm pretty much done with getting leaves up. So from say October the 15th to December the 15th, I'm going to come weekly and clean your leaves up. So if I'm doing a year-round contract with somebody, I count up how many weeks that's going to be, and I add that in the bid. And then there's about 26 mowing cuts a year. If you're bi-weekly, there's about 26 mowing cuts for the year. And then whatever that is for them, for the leaves. And then your spray, how many times you think you're going to spray the property, and then how many times you're going to mulch the bushes up on the property. I always do about 4 times a year, so I'll do times 4 or whatever it's going to cost me per cut. I take all that, add it all up, and then I divide it by 12, and that's my number. I mean it'd be my number if I was going out there normal, anyways. And so I take all that and I divide it. So what it discounts it down from is January, February, March, 3 months that's going to get included into that 12 months because I'm going to divide it by 12 months. And so that's how I do it.
yeah,
So,
I do it the same way. I've got stuff. I've got right now I've got 10 that it's 10 on the dot that are year round contracts. I
oh, you
mean,
got 10, you got 10 or 12 contracts this year round?
yeah, 10, 12 month contracts. Yeah.
do you do an actual contract? Because I do a contract with my commercial side, but if it's residential and they want me to try to go year round or whatever, I don't do a contract. Contracts don't matter, man. It's just paper, It's just
Yeah,
paper. It's even
that's
paper when it comes to commercial work. They can let me go in 30 days. I can let them go in 30 days. 30-day notice, no matter what. Hey,
those
we're
customers think it's a
moving on. We're
contract.
going. Yeah, yeah. I mean, customers might think it's contract, and it kind of scares them a little bit and all that kind of stuff. But I don't care, man. You get a good lawyer or something, you get out of it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100%. You're right. You're not wrong at all.
No.
But no, yeah, you're right, Mayberry. There are a couple months you have 5 cuts. Even on a bi-weekly property, there's a couple months you'll have 3 cuts in there instead of 2.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
that's why I add it up. I go from March all the way till. I mean, we're cutting at the beginning of October. We're still mowing grass a lot of times each year. So I add up how many. Say if I start on March the 15th, well then I'm going to go 2 weeks and I'm going to go down that whole calendar year. And it's going to tell me how many cuts is going to be in there. It's usually around 26. I think I found out. So,
well, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, it's 52 weeks in a year bi-weekly. That's every 2 weeks. So you're cutting 52 in half. That's 26.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
but the way we do it is I do it for 23 weeks and or
Right.
23 services. It's because after November, well, we'll go bi-weekly all the way till November, from March to November, and then December, January, and February they're getting once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
done by then. The leaves are done by then. There's no weeds growing, and
Mm-hmm.
every now and then you'll have a weed or two. But I come out there with all of my equipment, run it over. And a lot of people don't realize it in the wintertime. Yeah, the grass isn't growing as fast in the wintertime, but a lot of us are running high lift blades. You're pulling those grass blades up and you're making that lawn look, trust me, there's a difference. It looks a lot
Oh.
better
Mm-hmm.
when you go over that lawn in the wintertime than what it does if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
Yeah,
a
you're
lot better.
exactly right. Oh yeah, you're exactly right. Uh, Good day, mate. What's up, Brian Welch?
What's up, Brian? My brother from down under.
Yeah, we just chatting along out here with lawn care and trying to teach people on bidding and 12-month contracts, slinging rocks in places, fixing gates. All the talks and everything, Brian. You know what we got going on. So yeah,
That's right.
appreciate,
But
appreciate you being in here, man.
as far as spraying goes, how did you say you figure it up? You said you try to think about how many sprays it'll be per year.
Hmm.
See, the way
Yeah.
I do it is I spray too. I mean, I don't spray the whole lawn. I don't do like what Chad does or anything,
No,
but I'll
no.
go out there.
Spray
I'll
parking lot and spray the
Yeah,
driveway, spray the cracks, spray the flower beds, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I do it once a month during the growing season. I figured up for once a month during the growing season, but I I charge. See, I've got it in built in to where I'm charging $60 every time I spray. That's a lot of money for spraying, but
Yeah.
but there's going to be some times where you're spraying more than once a month too. So that's why I do that. That way, if I have to spray more than once a month, so
Yeah. I just add it in there, whatever. I get a really good deal on spray and I buy a crap ton. And then like a lot of these gas places, they pretty much I charge them big money to spray. So if I can help the customer out a little bit, and I do spray it. Dude, for the first couple of years, man, I wouldn't even charge for spray because I was getting such a good deal on spray. And I was and it might have helped me land some contracts or land not contracts, but land to customers. I would just tell them because we leave it on the truck all the time, anyways, that hey, you know, we'll include spray, on the property. Now that was several years ago. I've I've got a little bit smarter and things cost a lot more now. And I do charge 2 yards to spray now, but back then, I buy 33-gallon jug of spray and it's mixed. So you mix it with water too. So it's you concentrate it. And yeah, I get a big barrel of killer and we'll go through 2 barrels a year. That just shows y'all how
God
much
Almighty
spray
knows.
how much spraying we're doing at these gas companies.
Yeah, but I've seen those gas places you're doing on YouTube, man. Those are some pretty big areas, so I can imagine you would go through a lot. But two drums, that's a lot, man. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, don't
uh,
forget to like and subscribe my channel if you don't mind, please. My wife just put it in there. Please don't forget, because for some reason I lose a subscriber here and there. And click that bell for me so you can get all my notifications. And subscribe to Ray's channel. Subscribe to Brian's channel. Don't subscribe to Tank. No, I'm just joking. Please subscribe to my buddy Tank. He needs to get his subscriber count up there too, or whatever. He's getting some, but I don't think his is as much as mine. We need to get him up there with mine and surpass mine. You know, I'm okay with people going past me in the subscriber counts. It doesn't matter to me, but I want everybody to, you know, subscribe to these people, man. It's hard, man, out here making these videos for everybody and doing these lives that me and Tank have come together on, it seems like, and he hosts with me. And he's doing them twice a week with me, guys. I mean, we're taking time out to talk to y'all and socialize. So
yeah, y'all check me out on TikTok too, man. I post a lot on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mayberry says he charges $5. Mayberry, I don't know how much you're spraying in those beds, man, but I feel like you might be leaving money on the table.
Yeah,
$5 ain't much, but
you might want to go up a little bit, man. Just think of it like if the customer had to go out and buy their own spray, they had to buy their own sprayer, and they had to physically get out there and spray it. You need to be charging at least, I would think, $60 just per yard, because if the customer was having to go out there and do it, they had to fork up that money at the beginning as well, and then start getting it sprayed. So. Yeah, I would definitely increase on the price on the spray.
Yeah, my opinion is even if you're just spot spraying one or two weeds here and there, I still think you should be charging $10 or $15 for that.
Yeah.
But if you're going in there and you're grid spraying an entire bed or driveway or whatever it is, man, you need to be charging $50 or $60 for that.
Yeah. And I'm a little higher than that. I charge I per yard on charging everything, I'm about $80, $85 what I charge.
Got you, Mayberry.
60 yard goes to 65, about 20, 25 extra bucks a month per yard. I got it.
Oh man. Yes.
So
Golly,
how's your weather look the rest of the week?
I just got a notification on the top of my phone saying rain expected soon, but I don't know. I mean, I look at it every single day,
dude. Ain't it? It's been a crazy year, hasn't it?
Look, listen, man. I tell people,
Ray's over there counting his dollar sign when it's rain. You're like, how can you go make $1 if you can't get out there?
Well, I look at it like this. I get what Ray's saying. I would much rather be swamped with rain than be in a drought. And my theory on that is you can always make up when you get rained out. When you're in a drought, that's money gone, man. You ain't getting that money back.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
You can work it in over a period of time to where you get caught back up from rain. But when that grass is burned up, it is what it is. That's hammer.
Ray, I get you on them commercial spray prices and everything because I'm eating them up. I'm eating them up on some of these properties. Big money in spray, Ray. I'm telling you. I need to buy me one of them permagreens or one of them Z sprayers because, man, it would definitely help my costs a little bit if I went ahead and got me one because we're spraying big areas, man. Inside them gas companies, man, inside all them tanks and all around. You got to spray everything inside the fence. And they're big areas, and they want them sprayed because they don't want grass coming up. They get a fine. They get a fine if them little tanks, you know, the little propane tanks, if grass is touching them tanks, if the people come in, they can fine the gas company. That's why they got to help keep them sprayed.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing a lot of spraying. And we're doing a lot of spraying right now because all the rain we're getting. You know?
Yeah,
every single time.
Yeah, anything you're doing, you got to make money on it, man, because it's
Yeah.
costing you time. It's either costing you time or money, one of the two. So you gotta make money on it. You can't be out here. I actually made a TikTok about this, man, because I went and gave a quote for a customer and gave her a quote for I want to say it was $70. It was a little over a quarter acre. Gave her a quote for $70, and that was going to be to mow her grass and of course spray as needed. And she said $70. I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, that is outrageous. And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, my last guy was doing it for $50. He was spraying everything and trimming my bushes as well. And I said, well, I mean, there's a reason why your last guy isn't here. I was like, I
Hey,
don't know if you fired him or if he quit or what, but I'm not your last guy.
hey, I saw not a TikTok, but I saw a short this week on Facebook, and it was a black man or whatever, and he was talking about the same thing you're talking about. And he goes, "Oh yeah, he was doing this. Oh, he was doing that. Oh,
I saw
okay.
that.
What? Where's he at now? Oh, well, I know a guy. Maybe you need to call him back."
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that same one. It was hilarious.
It was hilarious, dude. I loved it. I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely want to tell my customers that or tell somebody that. Yeah, well, call him back because I know a guy. You know a guy.
Uh, what is this? Rip, Rip Dine Cola? The Dollar General accounts, man. I've got a buddy of mine that mows a lot of Dollar Generals. He went in there and got the contact information to the regional manager, and the regional manager got him set up. I
I
don't
deal
know.
with I do a couple Dollar Generals, but I deal with the actual owner. So it's not through Dollar General. And I would not work for the actual corporate side of Dollar General because there's some guys in my area that are cutting some of the other ones and they're getting like $40 a cut. And they said they're in a contract with them and then it's a 2-year contract. If they try to get out of that contract, they got to pay out of that contract of what they were going to spend that year to get it finished. They void
Nah.
that, they got to pay out of it. And I'm like, ain't no way. And they're like, how you doing the ones you doing? I was like, I've been doing ones I've been doing for like 15 years, but I deal with the actual owners. And they're like, well, how do I get in touch with the owner? He lives in California. He don't even live down here where I'm at. I've never met the man. He sends me a check every month on time. Boom, boom. The other one now is in Georgia, and I talked to Ray about him. I sent Ray his number because he's got properties over in Georgia, but I don't think it was the same places Ray is at because I thought it was close to where Ray was, and he uh, he just bought it, but it was owned by somebody in Nevada, and then he bought it, and he called me and he said, "Hey, I need you to continue on doing the lawn care out there. I bought the business now. I own the property and
Buddy,
everything.
buddy.
We'll just keep it flowing like we were flowing before. You just send the invoice on the 20th. They've been happy with you for years, so we're going to continue on." I'm like, sounds good. Good. So, and I've never met
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not signing a contract that says I've got to pay if I don't finish it.
That's exactly right. That's what them guys were telling me. He said, "I'd love to give it to you because we're only making because they were all the way up where we at on my apartment complex. Because I was thinking, man, if I got him because he's already up there in Hartselle and Moulton and Haleville and all the places that we're at with our gas places, man, he said he's doing 70 locations but only making $35 to $40 a location. And I'm like, man, that ain't. You think it's good, but that ain't good. From
No.
what I make on them, oh man, he ain't making no money. And he's like, I would love to give them to you. He said, you want them, you can have them. I'm wanting to get out of them. I can't get out of them unless I want to pay out the rest of this contract. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now I don't want to touch that. I don't want no part of that. Where I got to pay out if I want to just up and quit them and quit and give them a 30-day notice. He said, no, it's a 2-year notice.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If you're doing a commercial site, every time you go out there and if anytime you crank up a mower on that property, you need to be making a triple digit number every time. Don't need to
On
be
a
no
commercial
70,
property,
80, $90.
no, no.
But Your wife said $40 worth picking up trash. I'm telling you right now, if I ain't making nothing but $40, I'm running that trash over.
Yeah.
You better
Yeah.
believe that.
Exactly. And that's what they do. These Dollar Generals around me look like crap. Mine are the ones that look awesome. And everybody's like, why does yours look so good? Well, they pay me to do it. They pay me
Yeah.
really well. I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to take care of their property, but a lot of these other ones, they're trying to get in and get out because they're only charging $40. So they're getting in and out as fast as they can. They run over everything. They don't give a crap. They look so
I,
crappy.
I know before Popeyes went bankrupt, my buddy was taking care of all the Popeyes. He had 10 of them, and he was making $1,000 a month per
Wow.
location.
Wow.
But he was doing
What's up?
everything. He was window washing and all that.
Wow. What's up, Francisco? How you doing, man? Hey, I hope all y'all are putting a like on this live because there's 18 of y'all in here, and I really do appreciate that, guys. It's a big number for us for a Tuesday night. Really do appreciate all y'all being in here. Because the last couple weeks, man, we haven't got this high on this day, and we added this day a couple weeks ago. So, man, appreciate y'all all getting in here, man. And y'all are throwing down the comments for us and giving us discussion to talk about. And yeah, man, that's what it's all about, man. Great community we got here, Tank.
Oh, yeah. How many people we got in here?
It's jumping back from 18 to 17 right now, so that's pretty decent. I think at one
Yeah.
point we had a pretty a little bit more. I just looked up and saw where we had that many in here, so that's awesome.
Yeah. I know Brittany said, I think it was Brittany. Yeah, Brittany said weed killer has quadrupled the price since 2020.
Oh, it really has.
Yeah, that's anything though, not just spray.
Dude, to get that mower fixed today was $445. That was for the parts, the labor. Dude, labor at John Deere went crazy. It's $160 an hour
Per man hour or for just
per
a shop hour?
shop hour, I guess. What they consider their shop hour. It said it took 1.5 hours to fix that part.
That's
And
at
I
your
was like,
dealership, Tri
yeah,
Green.
yeah, yeah. Since
Mm,
I'm having to pay for it, the warranty's not going to cover this situation, which I get it. I mean, they've done me so well. There's always going to be something. They're going to get you for. And then I spent like $650 a day because I bought 2 cases of uh 2-cycle oil, and then we are blowing through some weed eating string right now, Tank. We are blowing through some weed eating string. So I've bought this year 3 big spools of the yellow weed eater string. 3 big spools. Tell me my guys ain't getting it.
they getting it. They getting it. They getting. Are
So
you keeping it in water?
we're going through it so fast, we ain't got to worry about keeping it in the water, dog.
Have you? I'm on my
I
third
saw
one right
grow it.
now.
I saw grow it with mow it and all that. Dip it down in water for 24 hours. It keeps it from breaking off as quick. And I mean, yeah, it probably does help. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I couldn't tell you. Does it work?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I tried it, but I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference.
He swears by it. Grow it with mow it. Oh, dip it in water. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. It's gonna go good or whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, I just ain't never tried it. We we we,
Gr-
we got it on a rack and it just spools out. We got the equipment defender rack and we got it
Yeah,
on we unspool it and unspool one on. I ain't got time. You want me to water it with a water hose or something? I'm not gonna
I
take
feel the
it down
same way.
there.
You
I
got
ain't
time for
taking it
that
down
crap,
there.
man.
I mean, we're working, dude.
You're gonna have a hard
If I
time.
spend 24 hours putting my weed eater string down in the tank or whatever, we ain't working hard enough. Is how I look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a hard time convincing me that a piece of hard plastic like that can soak up water. Get out of here,
Yeah,
man.
I know that.
We ain't talking about styrofoam. We ain't talking. Get out of here, man. We ain't talking about feathers.
Oh, man. Dollar General's here in
Oh,
my area. Grass is high and trash all over. Yes, they don't want to pay no money, man. They are super terrible. Tank and Lee are like Tom Dobie and Shane from DLT Lawn Care. Well, what we like that for, man? Hey, no disrespect from DLT and Shane or Tom. I love both of them to death, but come on, man. We do talk lawn care tonight. We have cut up a little bit because if you watched at the beginning, guys, it was a mess. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of threw me off. It was a mess of a front start of a live. We had to close out, get back on. So and plus, y'all know our Sunday night lives or the Sunday night lives, man. There ain't, we're really discussing stuff. But in here, we discuss a little bit in here too and everything, guys. So
I saw that, Jesse. To answer your question about sprinklers, yes, I have been mowing the lawn and the sprinklers come on. It doesn't bother me if it's super hot, but
yeah, it feels nice.
sometimes it does piss me off. Sometimes it does. But yeah, I did see where Grow It We Mow It destroyed a BR 800.
Because he
Thing
said
got
the heat messes up the blowers and everything. And I'm like, whatever, man.
dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's guys don't do that. That's just don't do that, man. That's so unprofessional.
Yeah. Yeah.
People look out their window. Everywhere you go, you're surrounded by potential clients.
Yeah.
They see you acting like that. Those are customers that you are never going to pick up. And especially with a guy like him claiming that he charges $100 to mow a quarter-acre lot.
That's crazy, man.
And that's why he's having to charge $100 right there, because he's out here intentionally destroying his equipment. No disrespect to Grow It We Mow It. The guy's got a good channel. I know he does cut up a lot, but he does put out some good stuff too.
Yeah.
But as far as destroy it, just as far as throwing a tantrum, don't do that, guys.
You're right, Dalton. It was for the views. I mean,
I feel like it was too.
The blower was probably on his last leg anyways, and he just thought, oh, I'll just make something up and trash it. I mean, we don't know, but man,
Look here, man. I'm 42 years old, and if I was to destroy an $800 blower, my mama would whoop my butt.
yeah, man. Yeah. And Mama Tank will whoop that butt. Is what you're saying, right?
No, my mama.
Yeah, but I know, but Mama Tank would too, right? You get
She
it both
just called me.
ends.
She called me a dumbass.
Exactly. That's what mine. Hey, I had an older chainsaw, and it was the 800 Boss. I guess that's what it's called. Big old chainsaw, man. And I did try to destroy that thing, man. It was older, always hard to crank. It didn't have a kickback or a pressure relief valve, and it would smash my hands all the time. Dude, the cord would break easy because, like I said, it didn't have no give back. If you didn't let that cord go real quick, it would snap that cord every time, man. It was a powerful saw. Dude, I dadgum broke the cord, replaced it, had to put it all back together. And I'm in the yard doing it while I'm trying to cut these limbs up and everything. Pulled the cord, broke it again. I broke it 2 times. Dude, I didn't repair it or nothing. I grabbed that sucker up and I just chunked it down the yard, dude. I mean, I threw it as hard as I could. I was hoping and praying that sucker would go into a million pieces. And I turned around and Brittany looked at me and I didn't know she was there. And I turned around and saw her and she goes, really? Really? So she's pretty much in her mind, not saying it out loud, calling me that DA word too.
Made you feel better though.
It made me feel really good, man. I never tried to fix it again, dude. You know who's got it now?
Who?
Yes. I'm sure you can guess who's got it now.
Roberto?
No, Ricky, my mechanic.
Oh.
I just gave it to him. I said, you can have this damn chainsaw.
Yeah, but the thing about it is there's a difference between doing stuff on your own property and doing stuff out in the street where everybody can see you.
Yeah.
Even if it was for the views. Even if it was for the views, man, are all those people in on that video? Are they in on that? I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, man.
It's not a good look. It's very unprofessional, Some of the things that he does, could be a little bit unprofessional, but that's just that's his demeanor. That's what everybody likes,
Yeah.
And that's what grows his channel or whatever, But I mean, hats off to him. I have no. He can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man.
Yeah. You're right.
I look at it,
And I've never met him. I heard he's a cool guy, and I've also heard he's a jerk too. I've heard mixed things, but you gotta make your own assumptions about people whenever you meet them. Can't talk trash about somebody unless you met them.
Yeah, I've got in his lives and talked to him before and everything, message back and forth in his lives, but
He
I don't know.
seems
I
like a
just
cool
think
dude.
some things, yeah, I just think some things could be handled a different way or something. Maybe take it home and then do that.
I will say though, I used to have a steel. It was a FS 111 RX. It's a string trimmer. It's supposed to be their lightweight string
Yeah.
trimmer, and I almost had one of those episodes of that. I about used it as an axe one day because it vapor locked on me, and I'd done had enough of it. It just kept vapor locking, kept doing it, and oh my god, and
Yeah.
yeah, I about turned it into an axe that day.
Yeah, I've saw some videos or some shorts or some guys working on one, and it looks like he's in a grease pit, like in a shop, and he's working on one, and he can't. He keeps pulling it, pulling it, pulling it, pulling it. Finally, won't crank. He gets out of the grease box, and he's like, "Wow!" Tommy hawks that thing about 4 times and lets it go. And I'm like, "Oh, I've been there before. Definitely been there."
The guy, the people, Augusta Lawn Care mows my neighbor's yard, and they he had an episode like that. He wasn't using it like a tomahawk, but he kicked it across the yard and started raising hell.
So
I mean,
The Gustic Lawn franchise, do they seem to do okay? I mean, have you asked what they
they're killing
charge
it.
their neighbor and all that to do it? Are they around your pricing and everything? Or are they so big that they're one of those? That's what I want to talk about too tonight. Is that some of these bigger lawn care companies, they're they're cheaper and they try to get more than quality or however I'm trying to say it. They're trying to get more lawns than the money on it. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can
They
widen their expansion.
they are the Walmart of lawn and landscape world. $49 for a weekly cut in a market where the average weekly starts at 65, and $60 for a biweekly cut in a market where the average biweekly cut starts at 80.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
how
See,
Gus they have a lot of customers, but they don't keep them. They when I say they are the Walmart of lawn care, I mean that price wise and quality wise.
probably like the True Green, that goes and does the fertilization and all that. They're probably the same way, and they lose a lot of customers. Where like Chad, he keeps a lot of his customers because he's actually doing the work. They can see the work, but he's charging for it. Because I've heard stories about True Green pulling up on people. They got these ring cameras now. At the very beginning, they pull up, sit there for 5 or 10 minutes, and just drive off, and still charge the customer. For that service. Never got out of the van or the truck or anything.
I've heard that about them too. True Green is the worst weed and fertilizer company there is. Sure, Chad will probably tell you the same thing, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
they probably dilute down their chemicals so much that they don't really do anything. Or hell, they might be spraying water in there.
could be. But yeah, now the
What's
guys
up,
that work.
Wayne?
Hey Wayne, how you buddy? But yeah, as far as the guys that work for Augusta Lawn Care, good dudes, great guys, cool to talk to, stuff like that. And they'll be honest with you. Like you ask them a question about how they're paying their employees and stuff like that, dude, they'll just tell you straight up. Them guys are making money. The employees, dude, they are killing it.
Well, it's like Mike Indy started it and everything, and it's kind of like in the same situation where Ray is with his. They do that pay per performance. So as many yards they can get done at a quick
P for
enough
P.
time. Yeah, yeah, P for P, and they're getting their money. So
Yeah, and a lot of people across the United States are starting to go to that too. And that's something I want to look more into whenever if I decide to scale and have multiple crews out. If I ever get to that point, I'm undecided whether I want to do that or not. I don't know if I want to deal with that kind of headache, but that's probably the way I would want to do it. That way you ain't got customers sitting there milking the clock and all this.
yeah.
So
Um, Brian, I don't know how much the franchise is for Gusset Lawn Services. I've never looked it up to see how much it would cost to do a franchise. Brittany asked too. Have y'all noticed of huge companies using the end of nine, like 99 or something like that? Has any of y'all ever tried that strategy out? Saying, "Hey, I'll
I
come and
have.
cut it for 59.99 when you know you're going to be at $60.
My second year in business, I tried that because I noticed it too, just like Brittany's talking about. I tried it and it did work,
It did work.
but it did work. But you pick up a lot of bad customers that way.
Hmm.
I don't have any of those customers anymore. None of them.
Yeah, yeah. I try
They're
to
just
keep
super
mine
cheap.
as a rounded number. Kind of
Super cheap
how.
customers, man. You live and you learn. I mean, you don't know what you don't know, so you try different things when you're starting out. Throw stuff at the wall, find out what sticks, and but at the end of the day, man, if you got a customer that's going to drop you over $1, man, that ain't a customer you need.
No, no, and that's the customer I picked up last week. Now we're talking about this or whatever. She looked up online and found a company called, y'all can look them up. They're legit, but they're scam artists called Lawn Love, and they say they'll cut your yard for $19.99 or $20.99 or whatever per cut or whatever. She waited 6 weeks and they never showed. That's when she called me, and I was like, "Ain't no way!" And it's almost nearly an acre and a half yard. That Love Lawns. I'm sorry, Brittany fixed me there or whatever. But Love Lawns, and there is no way I'm gonna charge that low for that big of a property. And you know the whole process of it being needing cleaned up and needed mowed over so many times. Yeah, I mean we charged them big for it. And then now we got them on the schedule for normal cut. What a acre and a half around my area is going to cost. So
Yeah, that's better than what I've seen on Facebook, though. On some of those lawn care groups on Facebook, man, you got new guys getting into the business saying first two cuts free, and I'm like, are you retarded?
yeah, no
Like
way.
it, like in my area, that is I mean, that's a minimum of $140 per customer.
Wow.
There's no way in hell.
All right, Ronnie, he has got us some information, guys, on that. That's why I like this, man. I love the group that we have. They'll go in and look it up for us and everything. Appreciate it, Ronnie. It says Augusta is 35,000 initially, and then
32.
royalty is 600 a month during year one, then 1,600 a month beginning year two. So I don't know how good that is or whatever. I mean, you're going to initially pay 35,000, and I guess is that going to be them finding all the work for you, them using the website, all that kind of stuff, pushing it. I guess you're going to get all that when you buy the franchise. But I mean, 600 a month during year one, and then year two, you're going to make 1,600 a month beginning year two. So, or is that royalty that you have to pay? So that's probably what it is. A royalty you have to pay afterwards, and then the second year is 1,600 a month. I don't know, man.
Well,
I do it on my own, guys. There's so much
yeah,
work to be made out here by yourself, guys. You ain't got to get a franchise. I got this guy. He's going to try to come on. I'm going to try to get him on Sunday, but I'll go ahead and pre-tell y'all who he is. He is the company in my area. They've been around. His daddy started it, so they've probably been around since heck, probably the 70s. Well, now the son runs it. Well, the son just got elected. Guess what? For sheriff of our county. So he don't really have time to continue on his lawn business. And he came to me and asked me if I wanted to buy it from him. And he's got some equipment. He's got some guys. He's got some commercial side. Hey, believe it or not, the Dollar Generals I was talking about earlier, he gave them to me 13 years ago. That's how I got the Dollar Generals. So he's got good properties and all that. Good contracts, good properties. And he came to me and asked me if I wanted to buy it and everything. But I told him I don't buy contracts because once it switches out of his name into my name, if you know the commercial world, that voids a contract. If you have an extended 3-year contract, it doesn't matter. When it switches hands from one company to the next, if it's not in the clause, which I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't because he didn't know he was going to actually win sheriff of our county. But it voids the contract. That gives them the right to go out and do 3 more bids on them properties. And if they can't find nobody cheaper than you, they might continue keeping you on. But it's now in the day's time or whatever, you get outbid all the time. I mean, people are cheaper than you. They might not stand out and do what you do. The companies might call you back. As y'all know, we deal with that even in residential properties. Somebody might come in an area, be cheaper than us. We lose the contract, and then a couple months later, they're calling us back because the people ain't showed up. I add my price up even more from where I was. Grass ain't greener on the other side. Lawn companies ain't better than what they were on the side you already had. The comfort you already had, the consistency you already had. So I don't know. I'm gonna try. He told me he'll come on. I think it would be a really good live to bring him on because he grew up. His dad had the business. He grew up. I think went to college and all that. Came back, ran the business with his dad, and now he is going to be our sheriff of the county. So kind of got a little help, man, out there in the whole legal world. If I ever get in trouble, I got, hey, man, I don't get in a lot of trouble or nothing, anyways. But hey, if he's a sheriff, maybe he can get me out of jail time or something. So
Yeah, man.
I think it would be pretty cool. I think it'd be a pretty cool live to bring him home on and discuss his business throughout the years and everything, and what he's about to be tackling now. Boy, if he wasn't stressed before, wait to see how stressed he's going to be being the sheriff of a county. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Brian is talking about Jim's Mowing. You ever heard of them, Lee? Jim's Mowing.
I haven't heard of him. So let's go ahead and say what he's saying about it.
Said they have Jim's Mowing there, and it's a franchise model. It works for lots of people, but there are referral fees and others, like Ronnie said. So for me, you're not netting your full money potential. But I've heard of Jim's Mowing. I don't know a whole lot about them, but from what I understand, they're a multi-billion-dollar business.
You ever heard of U.S. Lawns?
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine used to work for U.S. Loans.
Now they're a franchise that was around my county as well, and I think they were pretty out there too as a franchise company.
Yeah, they're no longer here though.
No, they're out. They're done. So I don't know what
Oh,
happened or whatever.
I didn't know they went out of business. I just knew they wasn't in our area anymore.
Oh, they're not in my area either or whatever. So that's why I was saying they might be out of completely business or whatever because I hadn't saw a U.S. lawn truck in a long time. So.
Hmm. But no, I mean, as far as dealing with a franchise like that or being a franchisee, I wouldn't do it. And I'm telling you, they don't get you all of your customers. That's not the way it works. You still got to do the legwork. You've got to go hang the door hangers and stuff like that. But what it is Mike Andes, he sends you all his templates and all that for free for all of his flyers and door hangers. He builds you a website. He does all kinds of stuff. And it's good in a way, but at the same time, it's not worth $35,000 a year or $16,000 a month.
Well, 1,600.
$1,600 a month, dude. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. A lot of money that you can go out and get your work on your own, guys. It's so easy. I mean, you might think it's hard, but you just got to be able to get out, talk to people, and hustle, man. I mean, I built my business over the years. I tell y'all multiple times I wish I'd have went full time sooner than what I did. But I was scared, just like we all are. We're all scared. I've been telling Ricky for the last couple of years to go out doing tree service and everything because he's so busy on the weekends and trying to catch up with all the tree service and all that he's doing now. He has a full-time job. And he's like, Lee, I'm having a hard time keeping up. I'm like, dude, you need to take the leap. Take the leap. And he's like, I'm scared to take the leap. And I'm like, we all are scared. But you know what? The guy you're working for, if you got a job, Dalton, I know you do, and there's a couple others in here that work a full-time job and do this on the side. Guess who you're working for? I'll tell you right now, you're working for a guy that took the leap to go out and build his business and make his money and all that. You're working for the guy that took the leap. Take the leap.
Saw that on YouTube. There was a short. Somebody had like a voiceover on one of their shorts. It was basically saying the same thing. You're either going to take a risk in life or you're going to work for another man that took a risk.
Exactly.
And I tell you this too, man. You think you're busy now working a 9-to-5 job and doing loans on the side? Wait till you do loans full time. Then you're going to be more busy then than what you are now.
but you're making more money. It's
I was
worth it.
my first year full time. I thought I was going to have more time on my hands than what I knew what to do with because truthfully I didn't have enough to go full time. I just took a leap of faith. And yeah, I was sadly mistaken. I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
I work more now than what I had ever worked when I worked a full time job.
Yeah,
It's
and I
just
did it in the first several years after I went full time. You're exactly right. I was like, man, how am I going to find enough work? How am I going to get enough work? How am I going to do this? And then you turn around and look a month or two later, and you're like, I'm way more busier than I ever was. We're
yeah,
working 6 or 7 days a week in my business.
yeah. The difference between me now and me then is now I can say no. Then I couldn't say no.
Exactly. You got to learn to say no, and you got to learn too that if you pick up every property that you get, you might need to be thinking to yourself that you might be underbidding yourself on these properties.
Yeah, I made a video about that the other day too, about raising your prices, man. You don't necessarily have to raise your prices on every property. And I know Ray's probably about ready to strangle me for saying this, but I'm a guy that believes that you do need to look at your clientele base every single year at the end of the year.
Yeah,
And you need to look at your margins on all those properties. Now, yeah, it's true. And I think what Ray's getting at, he doesn't raise his prices. I think what he's getting at is he's charging enough from the get go.
yeah,
He's been
yeah.
doing he's been doing it long enough that he knows exactly what he needs to be charging on each property without making those mistakes. And so he
Yeah.
doesn't have to raise his prices every year.
No, I'm the
But
same. Yeah,
yeah, but I do believe you need to look at all your stuff every year and check out your profit margins. And if you're not where you want to be, man, don't be scared to raise that price $5 to $10 per customer.
yeah.
And just think
I
about
got
it. If you've got 80 clients and you're gonna average 20 mows on a biweekly client in a year. If you've got 80 clients, you raise that client $10 per cut. Each client, that's an $8,000 raise you gave yourself, not to
yeah,
mention the new clients you picked up with the new minimum that you gave yourself.
yeah. And I like how you said at the beginning. You don't have to raise everybody. I got 3 or 4 that I'm going to raise up for next year. Already know it. And a lot of mine are good. If I feel like if I raise them up anymore, they're going to drop me anyway. I got them to the max. Guys, I've been cutting some of these properties for 15, 16 years, and I've went up and went up and went up. And it's to a point where I'm scared if I go up anymore, I'm making really good on these properties. But if I go up anymore, then they're going to be looking for somebody else. And I get Ray's been doing it a long time too, and I'm pretty sure he's probably could say the same thing about that. But there's some newer ones that I still drop the ball on some. I got one this year. I was telling y'all the same one that I did that flower bed for. I'm cutting their property, and they bought a piece of property right beside it, and I'm way underbid. But they give me a lot of work each year, and that's where I messed up because I'm making good profit off of them on redoing their flower beds, planting stuff for them, building stuff for them, building flower beds. Every year they're always getting me to do some kind of big project for them. And I screwed up when it came to my lawn maintenance side of the business, and I'm going to have to go up on them next year. And they might be a little ticked off, and I'm going to tell them, dude, I'm doing 2 properties what I would normally do 1 property for. So I screwed up. But I'm one of these. I'm gonna hold my price to the rest of the year, and then next year I'm gonna go up on. And if they
Yeah, I don't.
can't, if they can't, you know, if they can't respect that, then I don't want them as a customer anyways.
That's exactly right.
I held my bargain up. I held my end of the bargain up. Now we're going to a new season, a new year. This is what it's going to be now.
Yeah, Mike Gibson said it best, and I don't like Mike Gibson at all. So don't think I'm associating myself with him. But he was right when he said it. If you go to the barbershop, that barbershop is raising his prices $3 every single cut every year. $3 don't sound like a lot, but you think of how many heads that man's cutting every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the thing about it is, if you're not looking at your margins every year and you're not raising your prices every year,
Well, you're not growing in your business.
it's not only that. Think about inflation. Sooner or later, you're gonna get caught by it.
Yeah. And you know my story, my big story I did. The one I did for 16 years, went up on him $50 and he asked me if I was on
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
That was a mistake I made, man. That was a super mistake I made. And I'll
You
never
live and
let
you
that
learn.
happen again. You live and learn. And I've been doing it a long time, guys, 17 years. And I still live and learn every day. I still listen to y'all in the comments. I still listen to the guys on YouTube. And hey, I pick up something new all the time. I'm a person that wants to learn. I'm not cocky and say, I know everything. Listen to me. Hey, I'm about to sell y'all a program that where you can go from 0 to 100,000 in 1 year. Buy my program. I'm
Yeah.
not ever gonna be that guy. I don't even ask for y'all. How long have we been doing these lives, Tank? Have you once heard me say, hey, give me a super chat? Throw me a super
Uh,
chat in the comments. Guys, I don't need your money. I don't need your money. I need to help you or you help me. This is both ways. What y'all say in the comments helps me and I help you. It's togetherness, you know? You spend your time in these lives for a couple hours. I talk about stuff in the lives a couple hours. I appreciate it.
yeah.
And I'm sure Tank
Jay
does too.
Mark. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm all about learning. I don't ever want to stop learning.
Me
I'm under the
either.
impression that you should learn at least
Uh,
one new thing every single day.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
But Jay Meyer said people there don't want to pay for lawn care. I get it, man. You got people like that all over the country. They
Hey,
still look at us.
you don't think they're in the
Should
country here where I'm at?
Yeah.
I ain't
And
paying that ridiculous price to go down to Home Depot and buy me a mower. I cut it my dadgum self. All I'm doing is
all right,
making grass short. Why do you think it's that high for?
all right,
All
Paul
right,
Paul.
hey, see you,
When
buddy.
you go out there,
Okay.
when you go out there and have a heat stroke in this 100-degree weather, Paul Paul, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, they call me. They call me when it's hot, Tank. They call me. They're sorry.
Yeah. I get a kick out of Ray when he says that. I ain't talking about going out there cutting Paw Paw's grass now. You got to come out here and do this 15, 20 lawns a day like the rest of us now. You got to be a real landscaper.
Yeah.
What's up, Chad?
Yeah, Chad's in here, man. You didn't see him a second ago. He's been throwing it out there.
Chad. Chad, Chad, Chad.
Oh, Chad, you got to go back and listen to some of the lives, man.
Chad, Chad, Chad.
What was it? This guy.
Yeah, this guy. There's this guy.
Yeah, there's this guy.
Chad. I thought we were buddies, Chad. I did. Thought we were good.
Chad, this is the review from Sunday night. He's watched your channel now. He's watched your video.
No, now that he's on here, I'm gonna say it. I didn't get offended by it. I actually thought it was hilarious. I was I was terrified that I was about to get called out for the 100 push-up challenge. I was like, no, that ain't happening. And then when he said that, it was kind of because I told my wife about it and she was like, oh God. And I said, yeah, exactly. But I thought it was funny, but got to thinking about it, I was like, man, it actually kind of inspired me. I was like, I was like, it's one thing if somebody in your house or your buddies pick at you, call you a fat boy or whatever, but with somebody you don't even know is calling you a fat ass, it's like, man, I got to do better.
I gotta lose some
I,
weight,
I
man.
got to do better, man. What does my wife think? If Chad thinks that about me, what's my wife
What's
think?
my wife think? Yeah. uh Earlier, it wasn't that long ago. Jesse said he said no 7 times this season.
Good
I
for you,
hear you,
Jesse.
man. I hear you. Everybody that said no this year, put something in the comments. I don't want your super chat. Put a thumbs up in the comments or something that you said no this year on a customer. Put it
Dude,
in there.
I say no once a week. I ain't scared to hurt somebody's feelings. I'm like, nah, man, I can't take this on.
Yeah, I get a phone call and I'll be like explaining stuff over there, and Brittany was looking at me and I said, "No, I can't do that. I'm sorry." And I hang up. And she goes, what was that all about? I was like, they want me to cut their yard for $40. I was like, no. And she's like, she starts laughing. I start laughing. We get a kick out of it. I'm like, these people are crazy.
Yeah.
Think you ain't married to Chad, laugh out loud.
God, you ain't wrong there, Jay.
What did he oh yeah. Jay, I picked up some lawns in a neighborhood that treats them like pets. I saw several that would be on my wall, no doubt.
Oh,
Oh, talking about
he's talking about
deers or
deer.
something. Yeah, yeah, deer.
Hey Wayne, how you doing, buddy? I just realized I
You
saw you
said
in
hey
here
to
earlier.
him. Yeah,
Oh,
you
did
said
I
hey to
say
him
hey?
earlier. Yeah, you said hey to
Yeah,
him.
I was
I
gonna
like
say I
old
don't
Wayne.
remember saying what's up. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He always comments on my stuff.
Yeah. Jeff said I said no to pulling weeds. Definitely, especially this time of year. Holy smokes, man! I'd be saying no to trimming bushes right now. I wish I'd have said no. See, I messed up, guys, which we made decent, but I wish I'd have said no on clearing that bank. Good night. It's so hot. It's so hot,
Well,
and it's right on the water. You know, I wish I'd have just dove in a couple times, and sure, my guys wish they would have too. But you know, after you get wet and get back out and try to work, it's steamed up, and it's just even harder.
you good? But anyways, I had a customer call me last year. This was in this was in July. Man called me and said, "Hey, I was calling to see how much you charge for spring cleanups." I said, "Spring cleanup?" He said, "Yes, sir. You do
Spring
that kind of
cleaning
work?"
companies.
I said, "Bro, it's July." I said, "Ain't no spring cleanup getting done right now." And ever since then, I ain't had a problem telling somebody no.
I don't blame you. I don't
Yeah, I
blame you.
had.
But
I
hey, I
went and
will
looked.
say this, Chad, if you're in that push up challenge, we need to see a video every day, not once a week, of you doing 100 push ups.
Yeah,
You
Chad.
you got to do a video every week for 30 days, and then we see the push ups.
Yeah, Chad. Be a man. Do 100 in a row.
That's how he was going to be to me if I was doing it. He had said Lee only does one video a week. He's only doing 100 once a week.
And then he would have said he would have said something about us doing half push-ups. I mean,
Yeah.
Chad, you wasn't even locking your elbows out, dog. I mean, you might as well be doing push-ups on your knees, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Doing
like they did in school. The girls push up was the one
yeah,
on your
doing
knee.
doing cheerleader push-ups, Chad.
Oh, now we're on him. He said, heck to the no. So he ain't going to do one every day. It's just every video. So he's only going to do once a week. Five, 500 sets of push-ups a week. I mean, a month or four. He
No,
said
I
one
do.
video is enough right now.
Yeah, but no, I thought about it. I was like, man, I really do need to start. I really do need to start doing push-ups. I can do push-ups. I can probably do 20, maybe 25 in a row, but I can't do no more than that. I can't. Chad killed it, dude. 50,
Oh, yeah,
two sets of 50.
yeah, he killed it.
And he had room tank. He had room in the tank for more too. I was like, man, ain't no way.
I'd have got up. Can't even breathe. You know, it'll
I
look
would.
weird. It look bad on the video.
I wouldn't have been able to pick that head streamer back up. I can tell you that right now.
I'd have been done for the day.
I'd have
Roberto,
called
get over
Maddox.
here.
I'd have called Maddox. Maddox, get over here and get this head streamer put in the truck for me, son.
Yeah, I called Roberto. Roberto, get over here. You got to finish up this. Boss man, you said you were trimming the bushes. I ain't trimming them now. I just did 100 push-ups or 50 or 20.
Yeah. But no, I actually looked at a yard Monday morning and it was about knee high. And I said, man, no, no. I don't have a single customer that I don't have any customers that I have picked up since July 1st.
Oh, you ain't had no customers since you picked up since July?
Yeah, I've either dropped them or they've dropped me, one of the two. As the old saying holds true for me. There's a reason people are looking for lawn care in the middle of the summer. They're either a problem customer or they're just picky, one of the two.
Yeah. And that's that third wave, whether you want to take them or not. I just got money. When mine dings, it's money on Cash App.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ding, ding, ding. I wish it dinged a whole lot more than what it does.
What do you mean, Chad? What trimmers will I use? You were using hedge trimmers in that video, wasn't you? That's what I
Yeah.
was talking about. I wouldn't have been able to, after doing push-ups, I wouldn't have been able to pick them hedge trimmers back up, is what
I
I
think
was
he
saying.
has the 94Ks. That's what I got. Which I do have the handle ones too that I bought this year, but I still like the smaller, not the ones that extend out and they articulate, but I got some smaller weed eater
The straight
style.
edge.
Yeah, the straight edge ones too, or whatever. And I like using them better than I do because I don't have to bend over as much when I do the small bushes and everything. I can just whip around it, do a couple across the top, and I like it better.
Well, see, those small bushes, that's why I love the articulating hedge
Oh, the
trimmers.
articulating ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. I see. I don't buy dedicated hedge trimmers anymore. I had at one time. I had an HL91K. It was a good hedge trimmer, but it just wasn't long enough. And
Yeah.
so I bought a combi. I bought the 131 combi and bought a edger attachment and a hedge trimmer attachment for it, the articulating hedge trimmer. And dude, I fell in love with that thing, so I went out and bought two extensions for it. But I don't even use the extensions no more because I'm gonna tell you that hedge trimmer gets heavy when
It
you put
does.
extensions on it.
Especially when you stretching out, trying to get that
Shoot,
thing.
yeah, man.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Yeah, if I can't, if a ladder
we got
doesn't
a
get the
couple
job
that
done,
yeah, we got a couple that we had to get on the ladder, and they're the straight across holly bushes that they keep them flat all the way across the whole building front. But we still have to get on the ladder and stretch out. But man, it kills my arms, man. It kills Roberto's arms too. He ain't gonna lie either. But if y'all watched the last video I did, he was using the hedge trimmers to cut up in that bank,
I do that all
and
the time.
boy, it wore him out. And I know for sure I'm gonna have to buy new hedge trimmer blades, man, because he wore them
Yeah,
bad boys out this week, big time.
yeah, you will. And I've seen all them rocks down there too. You know he was hitting them
Yeah,
rocks. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whenever we
And
have
that's
work
why we
days
were
at our
going
hunting
through.
club,
Yeah, that's why we were going through string a lot too, or whatever, because they were trying to get
yeah,
in between them rocks and cut all that or whatever. So I'm sure they ate through some string on that.
yeah. Whenever we have work days at our hunting club, that's what I use is hedge trimmers, and because a lot of that stuff you're just trimming up greenbrier, little small limbs, stuff like that,
Yeah,
and them hedge trimmers are a lot faster than a chainsaw. You can just go through there
yeah.
and just make a wall
Or
all the way down that road.
or a weed eater. You hit like one of them little limbs with a weed eater. It mainly just tears off the leaves, and then you're trying to get the rest of it knocked off. If you just go through there with some hedge trimmers, man, it knocks through there quick.
That's exactly right. But do you charge extra if you have to get on a ladder or use an extension?
Nah, same price. Because I price it by you know by not really by each bush, but kind of sort of. If there's a bunch of big ones on there, that number is going to be higher than the smaller ones. And I just try to add it all up. So I know I'm going to be using a ladder. So I don't just say, hey, since I'm on the ladder, I'm going to charge you 15 extra dollars to trim this bush up or whatever. When we trim when I give a price on the bush trimming, I'm trimming all the bushes. It's not just a certain few at a time. It's all
Yeah,
the
I'm the
time.
same way, but I do charge extra. I
Yeah,
do
I
charge
will.
extra if I have to my whatever because I charge per bush, like by the bush. I have a certain price for each bush. Like if it's something that's below my knees, I'll charge $5 for that one bush.
Mhm.
If it's below my waist, I'll charge $10. If it's up to my shoulders, I'll charge 15, and if it's above my head, I'm charging 20. And anything taller than that, I'm charging 30 for that bush. But if I have to use a ladder or a hedge trimmer, whatever the overall job is, it's an automatic $100 added to that job if I have to
Mhm.
use a ladder or an extension.
Yeah. Guys, if y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about, hey, tonight is my first tomorrow my first my kids' first day to school. So we're gonna try to get them in the bed early tonight. So we're gonna run to 9:30 and call it tonight. And I just want to get them in, make sure they're settled down, tell them good night, and like I said, it's their first day back to school tomorrow. So, like I said, they go to a private Christian school, and the county schools and the city schools started last week. My kids are starting tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
your kids already started school, Tank?
Yeah, this is their second weekend.
See?
Mason has already had ISS, in-house, whatever you want to call it, in-house suspension.
Oh, really? Oh, you got you one of them. You got you one of them Sawyers, huh? What you
He
got?
don't. Well, we'll just say he don't take nothing off of nobody.
Yeah, y'all put it in there when your kids started back school, whatever. Chad said his already have. Did yours start last week too, Chad? Jay Myers, I saw a little short where somebody was doing that too. They had some sheetrock skilts on, and they were going around trimming bushes with them. He said, yeah, they started last Thursday. So
isn't that what Tom Dobie does? Didn't he say he uses sheetrock stilts
yeah,
to?
he did to trim
Yeah, I
his
thought so.
around his property because his are tall and he cuts the top of them. It makes like a fence, a privacy fence for him all the way around his property.
I know in South Carolina they start back in July.
Dang, Jay Myers said they've been back already for 3 weeks. Tennessee
Well,
has.
well, we're in our second week. They started on the 4th.
Don't the
Here.
summer get shorter and shorter? It seems like every year. Seems like they get shorter and shorter every year.
We didn't start back till after Labor Day.
Oh, my wife said, Tank, they're already in bed already. Well, that's good. Let's go all night, guys. Let's go all night. They're in bed already. I just have to go in there and sneak them a kiss or something, you know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Doghouse. I am sick and tired of school buses and school traffic. That's one thing I love about the summertime, man. You get out there early. You ain't got to worry about nobody's traffic. All that. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Matt Man said, I did my website, did my business cards, everything. 35K is a big chunk. Is that what you paid to do all that? Was 35,000?
No, he's talking about 35,000 for the Augusta Lawn Care thing, the franchise payment.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And I see my brain just gets a little short.
Yeah,
Like the old dial-ups.
yeah. What's up, Matt? Man? Hey, Chad, if you're still in here, I sent Lee the number for the website guy. If you're still interested in that, I actually talked to him yesterday. He said he was good with that. He said he said he does websites for people out of state. If y'all are interested in that, I know we were talking about it Sunday night. I think, or it was either Sunday or last week. I can't remember when we talked about it. But just know up front, you're probably not going to get the same price that I'm getting because I'm still taking care of the man's yard.
Oh man, he's got to give us a buddy deal, man. I'll put him on live and let him support his website. He wants to come on live. Man, he a deal up, you know.
It's probably cheaper than 500 or 600 a month, but
yeah. Tell him we'll bring him on the live chat, Tank, and try to get his business going bigger.
You're right.
Hook buddy Irv up.
yeah, you got to understand. You got to understand. He's got that's what he does for a living. He's got
family too. I get it. He's got family and all that. Look at me being the cheap guy. Yeah. I'm the cheap guy.
Yeah, if he charges everybody $300 a year, he'd be broke. So broke.
Yeah, broke as a joke. Chad said better than 500 a month and no leads. Ain't that the truth? Dang.
Jesse said he was a bus driver for 5 years.
You used to yell at him, didn't you, Tank?
Who?
Jesse, because he was a bus driver.
That I used to yell at him.
Yeah, didn't you just say you hated the school bus drivers and all that kind of stuff during this, when you're trying to go out and do your routes and cut grass or whatever?
Tired of getting stuck behind buses, yeah.
Yes. So you mean tell me you didn't yell at some?
No, I've never yelled at them.
They can't hear you. Like, hold on, what in the world? Why you keep stopping?
Oh yeah, everybody does that. Who don't do that? What does drive me insane is like, man, that kid's on the bus. He can sit down while you doggone driving down the road. Go, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wait 5 minutes after that door closes to take off. Like, man, get your butt out of here.
Yeah.
I ain't seen no $20 guy post in a few weeks now. Nah, it's hot, Dalton.
It's too hot. He's done quit, man. He's done for the season.
It's too hot. It's either too hot or he's gone back to school. One of the two.
Yeah, or going back and finding him a job in the AC
Yeah.
somewhere. One of them factory workers.
I had a guy. I actually commented this on one of Ray's videos yesterday. I think it was. Had a guy call me yesterday morning while I was headed out for the day, and the guy asked me if he said, "Hey, I was calling to see if you had any availability today for a lawn." And I said, "To get your lawn mowed today?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "No." And we went back and forth for a few minutes. He said, "You don't have any availability today to cut a lawn? Ain't that what you do for a living?" I said, "Yeah, but I don't have availability." And he goes, "Well, that don't make no sense. Ain't that's how you make your money?" And I asked him, I said, "Let me ask you a question, man. Did the guy that was cutting your grass, did he go back to school?" And he said, "Yeah." "How'd you know?" I said, "Because he's probably a teenager. He don't understand it. He's got to have routes and set schedules." I said, "We all have set schedules, man." I said, "That's just the way it works when you're dealing with a legitimate company, man." I said, "You can't call a legitimate landscaper and think he's going to have time for a same day cut. That's not the way it works, dude."
Yeah.
I said, "We'll come out and look at the property, give you a price, and if you're good with it, we'll put you on a 7 or 14 day schedule, one of the two."
Yeah. They think it's do they think the grass stops growing when the kids go back to school? Is that what they
I
think?
don't know. I don't know. But
Why didn't
it's
you hire
funny.
them in the first place? Because they were cheap. They did a good job for you. Yeah, you want the kids out there making extra money and doing all that kind of stuff. But you don't see a whole lot of kids going out doing remodels and concrete work and trying to start them businesses up and everything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. But
So yeah, grass companies, grass. Yeah, you can borrow your dad's lawnmower and your weed eater and go out and cut. But them customers got to realize that them boys got to go back to school. Now you're stuck finding somebody that you can put in there, you know.
yeah.
And that's a
And I'm gonna
customer
tell
you
you,
don't want because next year come around, that kid's gonna come back and go cheaper again. You're gonna lose that customer again. I ain't
and
taking on customers like that.
yeah, and that's the thing about it. What a lot of people don't realize is a lot of clients, our potential clients, they don't realize it. Yeah, you're going to struggle in August to find a legitimate company to come out and mow your lawn. We've already got our schedules full. Most of us do. And for one, and for two, we're definitely not going to come out there, mow your lawn, and 2 or 3 weeks from now, you're probably going to end service because you think it's good enough for the year. And then think you're going to call us back in March to come out there and mow an overgrown lawn, and then just to be fired in 2 months when that kid gets back out of school for the summer. Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Hey, look, and my wife will tell you this too, or whatever. I'll fire a customer and will not bring him back on if he lets me go before the first frost. If I don't cut you until the first frost, then I don't want you anymore at all.
Yeah,
Because here in the South or whatever, we're cutting at least till the first frost. Grass.
yeah. Now, either the first frost, yeah, that's basically what it is. The first frost, that's when it's completely dormant.
Mhm.
A lot of people think, oh, September's here. We ain't got to cut grass no more. Like, what are you talking about, dude? It's still 100 degrees a lot of days in September. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. And if you're
Like,
getting
it's still,
any rain, if you're getting any rain and everything like you're getting right now, your season is extending because you're still getting a lot of rain.
yeah, it's still, and it depends on three things. It depends on daylight, temperature, and water. You're getting rain. It still ain't getting dark till 8 o'clock in my area, and it's still hot as crap, man. So yeah, the grass is still growing very rapidly, and I
Yeah.
do believe this year it ain't gonna slow down till November. Look at all the
No,
rain we've gotten, dude.
it's not going to slow down. And that's the one thing that because a lot of people on this channel and a lot of people know in my video or whatever, I move people to weekly and leaves because I can't stand leaves. That's one part of the business I do not like. And I've been doing it for years and years and years, and I love cutting grass. I love everything about the lawn business, lawn service. We can talk hours on end. But I'll tell you right now, I can't stand leaves at all. I can't stand it when the grass is still growing and the leaves are falling, and I'm trying to mulch up leaves and cut grass at the same time. I can't
It's a
stand it.
mess.
It's a mess.
I I hate leaves. Period. I do them because it's good money in leaves, but I
Yeah,
hate leaves.
yeah.
I hate leaves. I despise them. Me and Buster talk about it all the time. He's like, "Man, why you like that, Tank?" And I'm like, "No, man, I don't like leaves. I hate them."
Over over the years, leaf season has cost me more money because of the walker mowers I had that always tear up or get stopped up and hold me back. And I tried the bagger systems and just lost money trying to do that. The best thing I found is I moved my customers to weekly and we put mulch kits on our mowers with mulching blades and we just go through and run the crap out of them, and we might have to run over them twice, in a yard, but that's it. And then we come back the next week and we stay on top of the leaves all the way until they're done. I'm not letting leaves sit for 2 weeks, 3 weeks out of a time to then go over there and try to clean up somebody's yard. I'm not doing it. I'm not picking up anybody once leaf season starts and they call me mid leaf season and say, hey, can you come and get my leaves up or whatever? I don't want to take them on because there's no telling how many rains we had with the leaves falling. They're all wet up underneath. They're trying to get them
They're
cleaned up. It's a
they're matted
mess.
down. They're matted
Matted
down in
down.
between the grass blades. It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
And then, God forbid, you have to remove the leaves, not mulch them up. Jesus,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
I agree, Chad. I agree, Chad. I love the cooler weather though. I love the cooler weather. We get out there in we buy toboggans. We do buy toboggans actually with my name's on them, but we buy hoodies for the guys and me, and I love wearing a hoodie out there mowing up leaves and all that kind of stuff. I enjoy it. I love the cooler weather out there working. But
yeah,
man,
I
I
do
can't
too,
stand
man.
it.
I love it. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm ready for November to roll around so much.
Yeah.
And but yeah,
Brit-
I go ahead.
Brittany, I'm booting you off the channel. There's no war eagles that go on in this channel. No dogs, no dog barking, no war eagles, no nothing. You see the back here, that sign back there says it all.
Y'all's days are over with, Lee. Get over it. Nick Saban ain't coming back, dog.
I know.
But but
Uh,
nah,
we had our
yeah,
downtime.
Wayne, I'm sorry, dude, but Chad is gonna lead you down a road full of heartache pulling for Auburn. Just saying. You can't even keep a coach, Chad.
No, doghouse. You can't say go dog on here. Watch that be 17 comments of go dog now.
Yeah, I love my dogs.
No, I
I've
don't have to call anybody to burn anything on my property, Chad. I live in the country, man. I can do whatever I want. Shoot guns, step out on my front porch and pee, burn anything I want to burn.
yeah, I can do all that too, but it's not. It's
In the HOA, you got to watch it.
yeah, they frown upon it. But
Oh,
no, there's good money in leaves though, man. A lot of people don't realize it, but there's good money in leaves. What I
yeah,
normally do when leaf season actually starts, like around mid October, it really don't hit hard in my area till about mid October. We start getting like the river birch leaves; they'll start dropping about around the beginning of September. But
yeah.
it really don't hit hot and heavy until about mid October, and it goes all the way up till the end of November, maybe the first week in December. But it's normally done by the second week of December. And what I normally do if I'm mulching up leaves or if it's a yard that I use a walker on anyway, I just add $10 extra to it to that
Mhm.
service.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah, I got leaves here at my house falling right now. I hate soft oak wood trees because the leaves are falling right now and they'll fall all the way, guys. A soft oak tree will fall all the way until next spring when the new growth starts coming in. They fall slowly and they just keep falling and falling, dude.
What is it?
I got
What
two
is?
big. It's a salt oak tree. It's got the big acorns with the big old thing on the back of them. The big old acorns.
Hmm.
It's like the decorative looking acorns on the back of them and everything. You know,
Huh?
they're really nice looking and everything, but man, the leaves fall from now. They're falling now. They're in my driveway and everything. We're having to blow them and mulch them a little bit, but they're falling now, and they'll fall all the way until March, until the new growth starts popping out. Just
That's
terrible.
news to me. I've never heard of a soft oak tree. I've heard of
Yeah,
a sawtooth.
yeah. I think it's a soft tooth. I'm sorry, soft tooth oak tree, but the leaves fall for a long time.
Yeah, I would say a sawtooth.
Oh, salt tooth. Am I don't know what they're called, man. I think it's something like that. Salt tooth. I don't know. They got the big old acorn on them and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of white oaks in our area. White oaks and a lot of pin oaks. And pin oaks they drop leaves all year long.
Yeah.
And but
I'm sure my wife will
it
go
is
on
what it
here
is.
and call it exactly what it is. Man, she keeps talking about Alabama fans are so sad this year. Alabama fans are so sad. It's some special kind of guy that builds our house planted, grows super fast. The acorns are so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, if you hadn't thrown the chainsaw, you could cut them down, according to Wayne Roland.
My wife would kill me if I cut them trees down.
Yeah,
They put out really good shade, and they're really nice looking. I mean, they ain't bad looking. They just I got a big old maple tree in the front yard, and this sucker, man, it'll turn the brightest orange you ever saw. I mean, it's so pretty, but it lasts about 3 weeks. It'll be orange for 3 weeks, and then all the leaves will be fell. I'm like that.
yeah,
It's so pretty. Then it's gone.
yeah. I've got two boxwood maples in my tree or in my front yard, and they about like every other tree, they quit falling about the beginning of December, and but it's almost like as soon as they quit falling, they start growing again. You start seeing the buds pop out, the red buds. I'm
Yeah,
like, man, come on.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
hate leaves. I don't like them at
That's,
all.
everybody knows it. Everybody on my channel, I think Tom's mentioned it several times. Like Lee does not like leaves.
Oh man, it's too dusty. I don't like
It's
being nasty, dude.
dusty. It's dusty. It's dadgum itchy, and then yeah, that's all I'll say, guys. I love every part of lawn care. Don't get me wrong, besides the leaves. So when we're doing these lives around leaves or falling and everything, if I have like an attitude or if I'm just mad or grumpy and everything, everybody just throw in the comments, Lee, get over it. It's just leaves.
I don't know. I just don't like being dirty. And leaves are so dusty, man. There ain't no way around it. You get disgusted when you're dealing with leaves.
Yeah. And you better wear a mask or something too, man. A mask or something like Chad does on his neck. Put it over your face, man, because that's really not good for you, man. To just have all that just up into your nasal cavities and all that, man. Man, it's bad. Because I remember, man, I always like blow my nose, man, and it just stuff coming out all the time, and it's really not good. Yes. See, yes, Tank. Saw tooth oak trees. You were right. I was wrong.
I'm used to that, Lee,
Your wife.
being right.
Oh, you're used to being right.
Yeah.
Your wife's always wrong. She's never right.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, I declared a holiday back during 2020. My wife admitted that I was right one
Oh,
time.
really?
I wrote that
One
crap
time
down
and
on the
you're a
calendar.
whole yeah. I got to work harder. I hadn't had it happen to me yet. 20 years
Dude,
married. 20 years.
it was
Man.
amazing. It was amazing.
I would make a plaque and put it up here for every guy to see it all the time. I was right one time in my whole entire life of being married to my wife. She's probably ready to kill me, dude. She's ready to
Yeah,
kill me.
man.
Sucker
I
punch
wrote
me.
it.
Like the one things would you hit? Would you let your wife or hit her for $1 million or something? She'd be coming right around the corner. Boom! She knocked me
Yeah.
out. She'd do it for
I'll tell you right, dude,
$100.
mine would run into my fist for $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, she admitted that I was right one day, and I wrote it down on the calendar, and I almost emailed Donald Trump to see if he would
You
declare
know,
it a national holiday. Yeah,
that's pretty good. That is good. That's why I said I'd make a plaque, man. I just got to get there one day. Oh, it's hard, man. How did
yeah,
you
man.
squeeze that by? I mean, it was like some voodoo stuff going on or something. Must have been
It's
something
a
in the air that day or something, man. You
Lee,
just woke up.
Lee. I told you earlier in the live, man. People strive their whole lives to be what I already am. We've already had this conversation, bud. It's an ancient Chinese secret, dude. I can't tell you.
J Mike goes, Lee, how's the couch? Is it comfortable? I'll tell you, actually, we got a new couch last year, the beginning of the year, I think. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable, actually. It's
Yeah,
pretty nice. But I still don't want to sleep on it. I was going to sleep in my bed, you know?
yeah. See you, Chad.
See you,
Uh,
Chad. We ain't going to be on here much longer. We need to get on out of here, really. So we had a good night,
yeah,
man. Yeah. Uh,
yeah, man. Had
Jesse
a good
said,
time on
leave
here.
Jesse said, "Leaf cleanups are a pain when it's windy." Laugh out loud. And hey, and you're exactly right. We do a pretty good bit on that lake, and it's a constant wind blowing the whole time. And you're exactly right. When you're trying to do leaves in the wind, and what I try to tell my customers, man, them on the lake or whatever, we make one pass. I mean, because you can cut the whole yard, turn around, and they're scattered all over the whole yard. But what I try to tell them, look, we're coming once a week. We're staying after it. I'll make a pass all the way down, and then we're done. You know what I'm saying? We mulched up what we could mulch up. But you can turn around sometimes, man, it look like we ain't even been there. And I'm like, guys, get the truck. We've been here 30, 40 minutes. We
Yeah,
already been here.
I,
Like,
I
you cannot get all the leaves up every time, every leaf for everybody. If you're trying to do that, guys, you're wasting your time and wasting money. You cannot
yeah,
get every leaf out of the yard during leaf season. When they're falling, guys. You just got to make your pass, keep on them trucking. Don't jump back off your line. Oh man, 5 or 6 leaves fell over there. I need to get them real quick. Don't worry about that, guys. You're worrying too much, and you ain't got to do that.
yeah. I see a lot of struggle. I see a lot of solo guys struggle with that in my area. They trying to get that yard perfect. It's like, man, you're trying to get it too perfect, dude. Come on.
Mhm.
I actually had a young boy. I say young boy, he was probably 21, 22 years old, approached me one day. I was still part-time, and he was doing the yard across the street from where I was. I was in a little small cookie cutter neighborhood over by the high school. And I knocked this yard out. It was leaves. I had the at the time I had the Spartan sit down machine, Spartan zero turn.
Yeah,
And but I took like a little rubber mat and zip tied it to the mower deck. I didn't have a chute blocker at the time, and
yeah,
I just made my own. And he
yeah,
saw what I was doing, and he asked. I was in that yard like 15 minutes. Wasn't no weed eating or nothing like that. No weed eating, no edge, and all I did was blow everything out the beds,
yeah,
mulch it all up, man.
yeah.
And
Best way to do
he
it.
asked because he was there before I got there, and I was about to pull out, and he walked over. He was like, "Dude, how'd you get all them leaves out of there that quick?" I said, "Man, I didn't get them leaves out of there." I said, "Them leaves are dust now." And I had explained to him, like, dude, you're spending way too much time, man. You're trying too hard, man.
Yeah,
Them leaves there's going to be more leaves on that property when you come back next week.
yeah,
Now, that last one of the season, yeah, get it right. But
mhm,
in the meantime, no, it's impossible.
yeah. It really is. You can't do it.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't even focus on. You see a lot of people going out. I don't know if you do this or not, but a lot of people don't go and blow the leaves off of the bushes and out of like they'll make sure they get every single leaf out of the bed and everything. And I'm like, man, I don't. I'll get the majority of them out. The main thing I worry about is getting them off of the hardscapes and off of the road
Yeah, yeah,
out into the lawn where I can get to them.
yep. I get it. That's kind of
But
how I do, man. I try to make my pass and get in the truck and go, man. I can't just sit there all day and just worry about all the leaves that are falling at the time. And over the years, I've had to explain that to my customers because they'd come home, say they're at work. And they'll call me, hey, did you get the leaves up today? You said you were here and everything. It don't look like you even came. I'm like, are they piled up? She goes, no, they're just scattered across the yard. I was like, yeah, and I'll come back next week. They're just falling right now. And she's like, oh, yeah, I see a bunch of them just coming out of the sky right now. I'm like, yeah, I can't just sit there the whole day and cut all your leaves. and it
Yeah,
can't be spotless when you get home from work, so I've
no,
had to train my customers over the years that, and nowadays when you got Ring cameras and they got all these security cameras, they can go back and see now that we were in their yard and we made our pass and it was cleaned up a little bit before we left. That's what helps us a lot of times too.
yeah. Believe it or not, I've never had a customer question me about that. I've had one customer question me about that one time, and she was actually just kidding with me because what it was, her husband was home and she worked. I was still working on at the time. I was only doing it on the weekends, and I was out there one Saturday morning, and it was a huge wind, and I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to blow. And hers, she wanted them removed, but the thing was, her yard backed up to a creek, so I could just blow everything. She's got a like one of those wrought iron fences. You can just blow
Mm-hmm.
everything through the fence into the woods, and so that's what I did. And dude, I struggled with them leaves that day, man, because it was so windy. And her husband saw the whole thing and told her that I was out there struggling with them leaves all morning. And the wind had done knocked a bunch of them out of the trees by the time she got off work. And she called me. It was back when Tennessee was like fixing to be a contender for the title that year. And I think they
Yeah.
still had Joe. Can't remember who they had. That whatever his name was. But anyway, Georgia and Tennessee were playing that day, and I was struggling, going as fast as I could, trying to get them leaves out, trying to get to the house so I can watch that ball game, And I'm in there, and it's the second quarter, and I get a call. I look down, it's her, and she's like, "Hey, did you come by today? There's leaves all over the yard." And I paused for a second. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And she started busting out laughing. She said, "Yeah, I'm messing with you." She said, Chris told me that you was out there fighting with them leaves all morning. I figured I'd call you and give you a hard time. But honestly, I've never had anybody question me about leaves. Never.
Wow. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys, we got to call it, ma'am. You saw my wife commented on there. I got to go get my boys. They got to go to bed, guys. They got to get ready for school tomorrow. So I need to get up there. I might have to pull out the belt. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
got to go to bed. They've been staying up late all summer, and it's gonna be rough on them waking up in the morning. But we got to get in bed. So, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. Great live, like always, man. Super great. Tank, appreciate you so much coming in here, being a part of it. You're pretty much the part of the channel now, anyways, or the live. So thank you for taking your time out of your day, out of your night, and been doing it twice a week, man. So I'm proud of I appreciate it, man. So
Yeah,
you got
man. I
anything
look
you want
forward
to
to it.
say? Anything? You got anything you want to
I,
say to everybody real quick before we call it?
yeah, I'll keep cutting that grass and keep making that money.
There we go. I love it, guys. Look, thank y'all so much. Good night, everybody. And yes, they might get some NyQuil tonight, or something to put them to sleep or whatever. Nah, I'm joking. They'll get in bed. They'll when Daddy gets up there, it's time to go to bed. So, guys, thank y'all so much. And until next time,
Good night,
peace.
everybody.